All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday.
Hola, guys. ¿Cómo estás? Welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode number 84.
Tree? Well, I'm always off. I never remember.
You said 83?
Yeah,
Episode number 84. We're almost there.
we're getting there.
All right, guys. If you guys want to... Wait, first of all, main topic for tonight, we're going to talk about the Kardashev scale.
Yes.
Then we're going to do a whole bunch of small news.
Around
Well,
the-
like news from around the net.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I got my very famous animal news.
You know what?
You know, I always got to talk about animals at least one time.
Oh, yeah.
Animal world news.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
I'd
this.
be a scavenger hunting for animal news.
I came across one last week, but I forgot to bring it up.
What was it?
Baby dragon.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. But it was almost like boop, boop, like super tiny. But
Oh, I saw the one that was swimming in the water.
yeah, it looks like a dragon,
fish.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a...
Yeah, legit dragon.
It's like a dragon swimming in the
Yeah.
water in China.
Yeah. I forgot about it last week. I apologize. That was supposed to be in the story I was going to do.
People were like, "Oh, that's CGI." I'm like,
but this is... I don't care.
"It looked cool."
Let me be happy, damn it.
I was like, "I don't know, man," because the video it looked crappy, and then it matches like the crappy quality.
Yeah, it matches the shittiness of
Like if you were to do that in a 3D program, the dragon would look a whole lot cooler, like
Yeah.
clean, like
smooth.
doesn't match out with the video. So I don't know. I guess everybody's a fucking animator now.
I guess.
I don't believe that. But yeah, if you guys want to purchase some official Media Hijack t-shirts, head over to the MediaHijack.com, grab you an official t-shirt. Also, if you guys want to visit us on Reddit, be a member, join our Reddit community. And also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this Twitch video, head over to our YouTube. Also, iTunes people, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. This is the important one. If you have an iPhone, go down, go find our podcast, go down, hit the 5 stars, and then write something.
Say hi. Just say hi.
We need to get at least, by the end of the year, like 4 more comments.
Damn, I gotta make 4 fake profiles in.
Yeah, what, do we have to make fake profiles?
Scam this shit. I use 4
Like,
different emails.
if you guys got family members or moms, say, hey, let me just borrow your phone real quick.
Grandma, what are you doing? You sleeping? Cool, I need this. Boom.
Real quick, you ain't gonna play with it. Yeah, just grab the phone real quick. Just go find the podcast. We sound desperate because we are. How about that? We admit to it. Our numbers was actually looking very good though from Spotify and stuff. I was actually shocked. I was like, whoa.
Even I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, what? I was like, what is
I
this
was
a
like,
dream?
we 400 up 400% from last year.
I was like, how?
I was like, how?
Who wants to listen to us? That's what I said. That's my first
Yeah.
reaction. I was like, who listens to this?
I saw like a decrease like towards the end of the year,
Okay.
but then I didn't look at the overall year.
Throughout the
so I
entire
was
year.
worried about that. I was gonna have a meeting, you know. I was like, hey, group meeting, we have to do something.
We gotta show some butt cheeks on the show. or
Yeah,
something.
we just gotta show cleavage or cleavage.
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 I thought you were trying to say Cleveland.
No. Like a Cleveland steamer.
There you go. If that's what we gotta do to keep the show going.
Yeah. Oh, I got a story to tell real quick.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was driving home, right?
Okay.
And I almost witnessed a tanker truck, you know, with gasoline, almost get smashed by 18-wheeler because the gas tanker like went right in front of him at the wrong time.
Oh, and
And I was like only like 3 car lengths back,
man, that would have killed
and
you.
I saw it in slow motion. I was like, it's gonna hit.
This is it.
I was like, this is gonna hit. This shit's gonna blow, you know. And all her was smoke from the tires. I was like, it's gonna hit. It didn't hit. I was like, whoa, that was so close, right? But you know what's the freaky part about the whole shit?
What?
You know how the tanker trucks in the back, right? They have the little flammable sticker.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the flammable sticker, it shows like the number of the truck or whatever. You know what the number on the truck was?
Oh God, what, like 666.
My birthday, 1987. And I was like, that,
what?
that I swear to God,
what?
that tanker truck had my birthday. I was like, what? Did the other person die?
The other me
in the
die at this
parallel?
moment.
Yeah, because I was like, that's so close. Where I was like, that truck is supposed to hit that shit. And then I got closer. I was like, that's when I got spooked.
But it was like one of them things like say it actually happened, like truck blows up, you get blown up with it, and then it's like boom, like dying, you snap out of it, and then like you're here now,
Yes.
like
And then
instantaneously. Yes,
I get to tell the story.
yes, of how you may have been blown up by this
Yeah,
damn thing.
dude, I thought
That's
that
so
was
scary,
the weirdest
man.
shit, man. I was like, these guys are not gonna believe this.
Shell Shock in the chat says Final Destination. Yes,
Yeah, so I guess
yes, that's like oh my god.
I can't escape from it. They're trying to get me, man.
Why'd you cancel the show tonight? Why am I here?
But yeah,
I'm not trying to take this home.
that was weird, man. I made sure like I put that in my story. I put tanker truck story.
Almost blew up. Almost blew
I
up.
gotta tell this story real quick.
I appreciate it. That's scary, man.
Yeah, it is. Scary.
We use on what, 285?
75 South.
Oh my god, of course. 75 South is weird with them tractor trailers because I remember it's either it could have been Jodica Road exit. It might have been.
I was on Fat Man's exit, Hudson Bridge.
Okay, gotcha. The Eagles Landing type. Okay. There was an accident going in that direction like maybe 2-3 years ago. In the far right lane, semi's brakes, like I guess the semi trucks are accelerating, and excuse me, sorry. And the semi truck started accelerating, and I guess the driver couldn't like stop it, and it was just going down the far right lane, just smashing the cars. It killed like three people or some shit. You know, it's horrible.
Haunted highway.
It scared me. That's why I don't like being in the far right lane. Just that horrified me when I saw it on like online, and it was right around there, around 75.
Yeah, that's like the haunted spot because that's like the spot where all the accidents happen
Yes,
for some reason.
This pocket of death right there.
Yeah, Bob
very
knows
weird.
about that shit. We called it the haunted highway,
Oh, for real?
like in that one area.
Mhm.
All right, let's get started. All right, what is the Kardashev scale? All right, so the Kardashev scale is a method of measuring a civilization's level of technological advancement based on the amount of energy it is able to use. So this shit was first proposed by the Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev in 1964. So what it is, it's like comparing civilizations to like a more advanced
Advanced ones.
civilization, depending on how much energy like we're able to use like in the world. Like as of now, like they have civilization 0, 1, 2, 3, and now they made up 4 and 5.
Some new ones?
Which is beyond God mode.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't even know about 4 or 5.
Even Civilization 3, they're saying this shit can't even exist. Because they're almost like, you got to almost be God mode.
Just to get to even 3.
Yeah.
So anything that's 4 or 5 is a utopia, I'm assuming?
4 or 5 is we're in a petri dish in a science lab.
Just, it's like that far out there? Just,
It's so far out there to where like it doesn't even know it exists.
I can kind of see it like that when it's kind of like type 5 is you're looking down, whoever's out there is looking down at us, observing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, but then
we're condensed down.
but then somebody's observing
He's
them.
observing us, that
And then
type.
like 10 other people's observing them.
Yes. And they're like a part of that civilization, I guess.
Yeah. And then it all goes to like a baby plane.
It's like Men in Black, man. It's like the end of Men in Black. They're just rolling the marbles, man.
It is too deep.
The universe was a marble, man. That's how it is.
All right, still an A-type civilization, also called planetary civilization, can be used to store all energy available on its planet, which is like us.
Okay.
But we're not considered type 1. We're considered type 0 because we only use like energy sources like from the Earth,
Yeah, not
like
from
coal, solar power, what else? Gas, oil. We use like what's available on the planet. Like we can harness that energy.
Yeah.
But if we're very close to a type 1 civilization. I think we already are because type 1 civilization, like we're able to control like our mother, sun.
Oh, with genetics?
We're able to we're able to control like harness like the energy of the sun.
Oh.
We're able to control earthquakes. We can control weather. We can control everything, all the whole environment and everything on Earth. That would be considered type 1 civilization.
Okay. So manipulating the weather and all that.
Manipulating the weather.
Which I think people have figured that out. Actually,
Yeah, 'cause there's
centuries
actually-
ago how to manipulate the weather.
A long time ago, because even Walt Disney was talking about it. They made a little documentary a long time ago, like a black and white documentary, talking about how in the future, year 2000, we're going to be able to plant seeds in the clouds to control weather, to stop weather or create, rain, drought in certain areas that need rain and shit.
Yeah, like,
It said this a long time ago. And there's actually a recent article saying that, hey, scientists are now saying that we're able to manipulate the weather all around the world now. To where it's not going to be like, like they're going to guess anymore because they're going to be the one creating all the weather.
Okay.
And this was just like last week. But the Kardashev scale, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's old. That's old shit, man.
So they're saying like it takes, for us to reach civilization 1, they say it's going to take another 100 years. To me, I was like, I think we're here already.
Yeah. I remember seeing something or reading something before about how back in the day, I think it was like almost the Dark Ages or the medieval times. I think that people would form like this type of like air pressure cannon. I think it was, and they would shoot at the clouds, and it would cause the clouds to like spread out and they come together. But then it would create rain after that.
Damn.
Basically, like just. But they was doing this shit for like a long time. This is like people figured this shit out back then. Now
we were type 1 a long time ago.
We already been there.
How the hell we still type 0?
I don't know.
That earthquake in Japan, man-made.
Oh yeah, with the
Nobody want to
reactor.
say. Nobody want to talk about it.
Nobody wants to talk about that shit.
You know, like
rocked
the
it.
rumor behind that, but it's almost like a rumor that you're the crazy guy. You talk about it.
Yeah, it's a taboo. I think it's what I'm looking for is where you don't speak on it around.
Yeah, it's
normies. Around normies.
Well, here's the rumor, like the off the books shit.
Okay.
Like the reason why they created that earthquake for Japan is because Japan they were making uranium for Iran like illegally, and then they weren't supposed to do that. So Japan, they got punished by, I forgot which country punished them for that.
Probably
I'm
America.
thinking something with the Vatican, but they weren't supposed to make like uranium for Iran.
Like, what are you making this
So
shit for?
they got in trouble, and then they said, okay, we're gonna
knock out your factory.
blow up nukes underwater, and it's gonna create that
earthquake, tsunami.
earthquake, and then
There's a flower about a tsunami.
yeah,
It's
and then it
just even
happens
worse.
to hit the radioactive power plants, because that's where they were making the uranium.
Which then it contaminates the water and it spreads that shit
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first.
Now you got a screwed up ecosystem.
But I read it in a book though.
Hey,
I was like, damn, this book
it's too deep.
was a little too hard. I couldn't even sleep.
Hey man, who wrote this?
Who wrote this book? But yeah, I heard it was something about Japan. They did something with uranium. But yeah, like I think we're already able to manipulate the weather, and I'm pretty sure we're already able to manipulate earthquakes and shit. So
Yeah.
pretty much we are the type 1 civilization. They also said like another sign that we're going into type 1 civilization
Yeah.
would be like the invention like of the internet. How we're able
Nah,
to
that shit
communicate
is-
with each other. Like
Sympathize, hate each other.
Yeah.
It's emotions carry so much through the internet.
it's how we're able to all connect like simultaneously, like instantly through the internet, like how we're talking to these guys.
It's even more acceptable to the point where I've even dated girls that I've met on the internet or just through internet communication. Like, okay, yeah, we dated, and eventually we'll meet up or whatever. But it does. The internet is like a beautiful thing that gets abused a lot.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword, straight
Yeah.
up. Yeah. But it's drawing connections with people. Met people like talked to family members who I haven't seen since I was a kid. So yeah, it's good, man. I love the internet and hate it at the same time.
Yeah, people finding out who their fathers are and shit.
But I think that's like, if that ain't type 1 civilization, I don't know what is, man. On a
I think
global scale,
I think for sure we've been type 1 civilization for a while now.
we always been here for a long time.
Island boy. But yeah, we out here. Melissa says, I think we're just
Hell
lacking
yeah.
on solar power.
I agree. 1 billion trillion.
I wouldn't say
percent.
lacking. It's more because like they make it too expensive.
Yeah, it's like the tech is unaffordable.
Yeah.
For many people.
Man, you know what's funny about solar power? Like I was just a tiny little child, right? Kindergarten. And then me and my older brother, we got like in contact of like solar power energy. And we made like a running like toy car on solar power. This is me like in kindergarten.
Right.
And we were fucking with solar power a long time ago. So we were saying like, damn, this is gonna be the future. We're like, okay,
Natural
in
energy.
the future, we don't even need like power plants or nothing. Like everything's gonna be running solar power. Fast forward to 2021. Where's all these houses with solar powers? It's like only like rich people are able to afford this shit, which is so damn crazy.
But I've also seen like middle class people. At least when I was in
It's getting
Colorado, I noticed it more in subdivisions in Colorado, which mind you, Colorado's a more expensive place, but than say places like Atlanta. But they do get paid more to live there. I mean, it's the cost of living kind of matches, but better. The same like if you get Atlanta money and you move to Colorado, you're not gonna survive basically. But people like more and more, especially by the time I was leaving Colorado, I started seeing more and more houses with the solar panels on the roof. Like everywhere. These are like just middle class families. So it's growing a little bit, but I know I'm slowly starting to become like a Tesla fanboy. Like I want a Tesla. Like
the car?
yes, I want a
I
Tesla
want one.
so damn bad. I was talking to one of my one of my coworkers the other day, and they got a Tesla, and they've had it. I didn't notice, but they've had it for like 2 years. But I guess they never like really drive it to work. But he's talking about all the benefits of having it, like, and he's part of some kind of like Tesla package to where he gets like free, charges for a lifetime. It's crazy
I
shit.
thought it was always free though.
I think from what he told me is like you do have to pay, but it's cheaper than gas.
See, I
but
didn't know that.
But there's like they have a specific package that if you want to jump onto, it kind of adds onto your car's like worth. So I think you pay like maybe $80,000 for the car, or just that's
it.
The payoff. But the benefits for it are so good.
That's it.
What?
I'm gonna get one for sure.
Yeah, I want one, man.
Yeah.
That's my future right there.
When I saw my cousin got one, I was like,
Bet. I've never driven one though.
yeah, I never driven one, but I heard it's like almost like fucking driving like
air. The guy was telling me, he's like
driving a cell phone. I don't know.
The guy,
But yeah, it's like no
it's
like
smooth, man.
the
No
acceleration. It's
jerks.
just like 0, boom, like you're already 60. It's not like the build up acceleration. It's just like you're there.
Yeah,
It's that crazy. It's like driving a fucking, I guess, a missile subway
yes,
train.
It is, and from what I was told by my coworker, it's a smooth ride. When you stop, it's like it sounds like the vehicle cuts off, but then it just goes like
Yeah, it has all these little Easter eggs in there too.
yeah, like little things that like helps the car out, man.
You could like let like person in the back seat like make a fart noise.
What?
Yeah. Then like when you're charging your car, they have a whole bunch of games you can play with the steering wheel.
What?
Like just driving and shit while the car is charging at Walmart.
Is that a program within the vehicle? Or is
Yeah,
it just...
it's like so fucking fun.
What? So I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, this dude was like playing like Mario Kart or some shit, some racing game.
What? But using his steering wheel.
Using the real steering wheel.
So what was the monitor at? Like on the?
Yeah, it's a big ass monitor, like this big in the car. Maybe a little bigger.
Yeah.
It's sick, dude.
But just play a little Mario Kart while you just wait for.
Yes. It has all the. They even got fucking Fallout Shelter game.
How
They got it all in there. And the cool thing about the Tesla cars, it's always updating. Like it's always giving you all these new features. It's almost like having a cell phone as a car,
But drives you around.
but drives you around. And
That's amazing. That's new to me, man.
I want one really bad. You guys want to donate?
I even want it even more.
I want to get the really nice one though. The one that goes like 0 to 1,000.
Shell Shock says it's too tied up in politics. It's keeping it expensive. Yeah, that's another big problem. They're trying to control that shit. Like it'd be too much. It'd be too easy for everybody to have it. Life would be too easy.
It's getting there. I think the
It's a crawl.
next model of the Tesla is going to be affordable to like normal people.
Okay. Well, let me know, man.
Melissa says I was a passenger in a Tesla and it was so weird how quiet it is, but it's such a comfortable and smooth ride. That's why I really want it for the smooth, like you can't even hear anything on the outside, and you feel so comfortable.
Especially when you have a car that makes noise, and then you're used to hearing noise, and then
Yeah.
like you hear something in the car, like, "Hey, man, my car don't be sounding like that. What's wrong?" Like,
Yep, you're like,
that shit makes my anxiety like raise the roof. Like,
what's
on
that
this.
knocking?
It drives me crazy. Like, I just want silence.
And being in a sports car going from 0 to 50 is like it throws your head back like a fucking boost, but harder. Yeah, it's different. It's I'm pretty sure the Tesla it has a different pull. It's like a clean pull, but it pull harder.
It's pulling forward, but it's not
Yeah.
like that rock back then go forward type pull.
Yeah, it's fast. It beats like Ferraris, Lamborghini. Like this is off like the fucking factory.
Like straight off the line.
Straight off the line.
Built
You
by-
get 0 16 like 2 point something seconds. Like
Built.
holy shit.
Built by robots.
Built by Americans.
American robots.
I gotta take a leak real quick, guys.
You do
Then when we come back, I'm gonna do type 2 civilization and type 3, and then we're gonna jump into some other news.
Word.
All right, be right back. What's up, McDermottron?
Yo, what's up, bro? Welcome.
All right, let's get to type 2 civilization. All right, so type 2 civilization, also called a stellar civilization, can use and control the planetary system. Like,
Dyson
I would
Sphere.
imagine, like, controlling, like, stars, harnessing the power of stars.
Yeah.
Like, all the stars, like, in the universe.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to control that type of energy, like, at will. Like,
Yeah.
that type of power.
Yeah, I think they call it like, I might be wrong. I might be so wrong, but I think they call it like a Dyson Sphere, where you're able to harness the energy of the sun and then all the energy of what planets are giving off, but you're able to. It's a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it. You have to look it up what a Dyson Sphere is, guys.
You're able to, like put it in, like
Like I put,
a container or some shit.
yeah. I think the best example of this would be, say, what is that? The Avengers, Infinity War. If anybody remembers the scene where Thor is trying to get Stormbreaker, he's trying to build like this axe that's gonna kill Thanos.
Yeah.
And they're using the sun's energy to create it. That's kind of like the best thing I can describe a Dyson Sphere of them.
Fucking Thor is
Yeah,
type 2
Type 2
civilization.
shit. That's type 2 shit. Yeah,
Where they're able to harness the power of stars
to
and
create
use
a
it,
weapon. Yeah.
use it to create weapons like that. And
it's-
then, you know, like when they reach like this level of advancement, people look at them like they're gods.
Yes.
But they're actually not gods. They're just very far
Advanced.
advanced.
They
They're
just-
like 100,000 more years advanced.
But they're just like us. They can just shoot them in the head, I guess. I don't know, but probably not. But
Hey, they got the power of stars.
yes,
Yeah.
they probably got way better weapons than we were. Perhaps.
Levitation. You know, they got socks that can make them fly and shit.
A sock.
But yeah, also like being able to like control planets within like the orbit. You know, they can move planets within orbits and stuff. And they can harvest asteroids and comets like they can do it like it's it's a game, you know? They can see an asteroid flying, then they'd be like, hey, you guys want to harvest that? Boom, they can go harvest asteroids. Like it's almost like they control the universe.
Yeah, just running like a machine. Shit.
Yeah. They said like it'll take us like another 100,000 years before we reach type 2.
Oh, we'll be long gone.
Yeah.
We been on
That's got a time machine.
seventh dimension. We be way out of
You
here.
guys got time machine?
No, not yet.
What
Or
did,
do we?
McDermott said?
Dermatron in the chat says, Dyson Sphere is a series of mirrors that angle towards a singular capacitor. Okay, so it's like boom, boom. So it's like mirrors just set up to bounce. And like I'm assuming like sunlight, right? It's getting bounced around because it's a big source of energy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's what the Thor did.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, that type of shit. Yeah, around, and McDermott says right around the sun. McDermott also says, unfortunately, the resources necessary to build / maintain a Dyson Sphere would consume the planet Mars. Sorry, Mars.
So we need to be a type 2 civilization to even
It's even
think about doing
just-
something like
yeah,
that.
This is all fun games right now, guys.
Yeah, because
but-
if we were to try something like that, we would.
Bye bye Mars. Mars will get probably wiped the hell out,
No, we die.
and then we might need Mars too, and y'all because we die too.
But I think like ever since they like invented the Hadron Collider, I think that's when we hit type 1.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Like creating little miniature black holes. We look. That's god level shit to me. That's something you see in the comic books.
It's like you guys want to see type 1 civilization? Billions and billions of dollars later, all these, how many years later? 30 some, I don't know. They did that shit a long time ago. But
With the Hadron Collider?
yeah.
Oh god, since the 50s I think they've been working on it.
Yeah. They knew like they had to build something like that and they were working on this whole time.
Imagine like being a person back in the 50s and doing the 50s, at least here in America. And I would say around the world, it was a different time. Racism was probably more prevalent or some shit, I guess. But at least in America's Jim Crow era, where racism is just everyday ordinary life. But you got people thinking outside of like, man, this earth shit. Like they thinking beyond that of the what could benefit Earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing just like how people from a time period where, how do you even think of this shit when it's not even presented to you in the first place? Like, how you inspired to even think on that level?
Oh, like the skill?
Yeah, to even like start pushing like thoughts like this of maybe even building something like this.
I think like back then, like in the 50s, 60s, like during World War II era and stuff, this is like the real knowledge. Before the knowledge was all kept away. Like it was like, I think probably the end of like the true knowledge of like everything that we have now. Everything we have now is not even like new stuff. It's stuff that's been developed from the past. It's just like enhanced. But it's not really new technology.
It's not new. It's just being reused over.
Not reused, but like like updates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think about like updates.
Okay, gotcha. That's okay. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah,
It's
but
an
it's
update,
not really new technology. This stuff like is back like in the 40s, 50s.
But now it's just like now
Yeah.
it's coming to light of.
Right, we're just seeing the little specks of like the technology like as an update, but it's not nothing new. None of it is new. That's why we're still stuck here on Earth. You know, why aren't we on other planets right now?
Oh man,
Maybe we are, but they gypped us, man.
I'm telling you, man. I have the theory of the top and brightest minds on this Earth. They figure out a way to transport humans to another location and get us there.
They did.
But I think the way they're trying to do it is, it's impossible to get everybody on a spaceship and off this planet. I think it's like whoever's here, you're gonna die here. But I like with that spot they have in in Antarctica, where they keep like I think it's like either genetic cells of animals, and it's almost like an ark, if you will.
Yeah.
I think that's all planned for. Hey, we're gonna shoot this up into space. AI robots gonna run the ship and then monitor all these DNAs that we have. So when we finally land on our planet, because you ain't got to worry about no miles to feed. You got robots running the whole ship just to get everybody there. Once you guys land there, the robots start building shit. While like one robot is tasked to build stuff for us, one robot is gonna be like working in a lab to make us grow there into like like grown human. They're gonna be grown humans.
Or the reason why they have that little place in Alaska where they keep the whole like Noah's Ark thing where they have DNAs of all these animals and plants and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe they already know that the Earth is going to be destroyed again because we are overdue
for another extinction. Yeah,
another
we
extinction.
We overdue for that.
Yeah, we're overdue for another extinction. And like, who knows what's going to happen? And then I was watching the movie last week, right? There was like a trailer. It's called, you ever heard of Moonfall?
Mm-mm.
Man, watch that trailer. It's so fucking crazy.
I see it in your eyes. It looks good. I believe you.
Literally, the moon fucking falls on the Earth.
That's my biggest fear.
It just clocks out.
That is my
right?
biggest fear. That's horrifying.
And then there's this one scene when they're in a spaceship, and then they're like, "We're now flying inside the moon." And then
They're
like
flying through it?
inside the moon, and it's like a structure. It's artificial. Like they were flying through the moon, and then everything is like artificial, like built.
So
like it was like a man-made.
Did the moon like land on Earth, or
The moon landed on Earth, and then they flew like a spaceship inside of the moon.
okay? So the moon's like stuck.
Moon's in the Earth.
Oh my god!
And then as they were flying in the moon, it was like a hollow structure, dude. Metal pipes welded and shit. And then right when the dude said, "Yeah, now we're flying through the moon," and then like the nerd in the backseat is like, "You don't know how cool that sounds right now."
That did sound.
Yeah, I was like, dude, we gotta watch this
right.
shit. Dude.
It's called Moonfall.
Moonfall.
How the hell? Damn.
Trailers are different at the theater. Like they
I kinda
show
wanna see
stuff
it.
that I never saw
I
before.
want to see that in theater already.
Yeah,
I can't
along
watch
with
it.
the Matrix.
Yeah, which I will be watching. I'm definitely gonna go see that shit in theater.
Yeah, watch the Moonfall trailer.
Did it have a date for it yet, or for Moonfall?
I have no idea, but I think Halle Berry is in it.
What? Moonfall.
You guys can fact check that though.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to put this down as a reminder for myself because I like this type of interstellar shit.
All right, so type 3 civilization. This is taking longer than I thought. I thought I was going to do real quick. But type 3 is they would have knowledge of the entire galaxy. Like they would have control of the whole, galaxy. Like they would know like which planets have what type of civilization. They would know everything. It's almost like the leader of the whole galactic galaxy.
Okay, so having all the knowledge.
Like they know everything. They have the knowledge. They know who knows what. They know who's doing nuclear weapons. They know what planet like discovered time travel. They know everything.
Damn, to know
They can
everything.
put planets in anywhere. They can even create like shit. Like let's say they want to make like another Earth. They make another Earth. They put a little fake moon, like how our Earth is. So I think a type 3 civilization created us. They put us here.
And
everything
left
was all
us.
They didn't just left us, but it's a reason for everything.
Yeah, like how we're in the Goldilocks zone. Like they created.
Everything
this.
is too perfect.
Yeah,
We're not even supposed to be here.
It is like considering like how our existence. And there's sometimes where I think that we may be the only life forms, at least as far as like people walking on two legs and having a civilization, is almost non-existent. At least on our side of the universe. Maybe somewhere else is not. There's a lot of planets out there partying with each other and all that, but at least on our side of town, it's kind of lonely, man. And
Not supposed to happen.
But yet we're surviving in this like everything else is dead in even not in the galaxy, but just in this star system, and this in our neighborhood. This is us, so the chance of us being in a specific spot and surviving.
It's so rare, dude. The fact that we're alive, even talking about it,
Man, and doing a podcast.
and doing a podcast
When you really
talking about it.
break this shit down, it's scary. It's
Like I
makes
was
you think.
watching like Instagram, like it's one of those motivational videos where if somebody wants to commit suicide and stuff, they're like, the chances of you being alive right now is 1 in 400 trillion. I was like, what?
Oh, shit.
It's like you have time to change, you have time to live this life. Like you were here, like you are really not supposed to be here at all. You could win the lottery like 100,000 times before you could live like one life on Earth.
Somebody, I can't remember. It was Neil deGrasse Tyson. I can't remember who said this, but they talked about how Earth is almost like a fluke in a lot of ways. Like, all right, is this supposed to happen? Like, how are we here?
Ask any scientist that's like real deep into that shit.
Like the odds of us existing right now.
They're like, damn, we are not supposed to be here right now.
It is.
Like, we're like an anomaly, man.
It is.
One crazy ass weird thing that just happened.
I know some scientists have a theory before that Venus used to be a living planet, supposedly. Like it was an Earth before Earth.
I think it is still.
But now it's like since the sun is growing bigger and got hotter, Venus got wiped out.
You know who's from Venus though, right?
Women.
No.
Oh.
Valorant Thor.
Oh. yeah. That was my next guess.
Valorant Thor, which is like an alien that came down here like back in like I think after World War II or pre-World War II. Okay. Where he actually came down. Like, if you look deep in the story, a lot of stuff checks out with the story. Because it checks out with, like, Reagan, like, when he had the meeting and stuff. Like, he had a meeting with somebody from outside of this, planet, claiming he was from Venus. And he told Reagan, he said, hey, we want you guys to give up, like, the nuclear weapon stuff. Like, stop messing with that. And then in exchange, we'll give you technology.
To advance your society.
To advance like your planet. So they, he told them like, hey, we want you guys to stop making nuclear weapons. But then this was like the time, like, I think like Cold War time, where, everybody was just trying to arm themselves up. It's like, because it would be dangerous if Russia or something, they find out like, hey, okay, we gave our nukes. And then boom. So, he didn't agree with the alien guy. He's like, oh no, we're not gonna give up our nukes. Sorry. So then like ever since that they said they made a big mistake. Because they there's bad aliens that came, they try to offer the same shit. Yeah. And then they offer the same shit to the Russians, to China. Because this was the crazy golden period of technology. Will be like between the 40s and the 50s. Where all the new technology came out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Because of Nazis. This was like that special time zone.
Because of Nazis, folks. You heard it. You hear it from me first. The Nazis was doing some wild shit during World War II, and was it Operation Paperclip? People snatched up Nazi scientists. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm cool with Nazis, but I'm just saying it's something weird.
You make them sound cool as fuck.
No, but it was like a huge boost in with an industrial.
Is there like a sticker we could put on our bumper cars?
Nazis are cool. Shell Shock says that's literally true. Because it's this weird thing. Because once World War II, because Hitler, for one, and that's what the thing they do with these World War II movies. The Nazis, Hitler, for one, was not a genius. I heard he was a fucking idiot. But
he liked dogs, though.
And painting.
He loved dogs.
And the master race. But no, it's just they when it comes to industrial stuff, they was beating out everybody in the war because the tanks were stronger. Everything was better that they had. They just don't know how to run a military. That's why they collapsed mostly for the most part.
Did they really collapse though?
I think the Nazis won World War II, and that's
a hot take. It was a rebrand.
It's a hot take. It's a rebrand. Yes,
it's a rebrand.
Yes, exactly. It's NASA. Still here. If you don't believe me, look up. If you don't believe me, look up Madison Square Garden back during World War II era, where Nazis all show up. It's like 2 million Nazi followers show up at Madison Square Garden to do a concert.
Damn.
Or like a little Nazi rally. And this is like in the
EDM?
40s, 30s, 40s.
Damn.
So it's here.
Haktu.
They won the war. That's why they built all the tech now. At least that's my opinion. I don't know.
Well, they had the connections. That's for sure.
Yeah,
They
know
had,
somebody.
They had connections from like an outside source, like something that's way 100,000 years ahead of us and shit. It's like, what if I told you that you can win, you can take over the whole world right now? You could do whatever you want.
Yeah. What would you do?
You just gotta agree to it. Like, agree to whatever their
the stipulations.
It's like, all right, we signed contract. We'll give you like 100 million Jews.
So what? That's the deal.
I don't know, man. What I hear like from the dark aliens, they love drinking human blood. Speaking of human blood, you guys want to hear something crazy? So the Pope, he has this video a long time ago.
Uh-oh.
There's a rumor about the Pope being like not really the Pope, is fake and shit.
Yeah, it's like that.
Well, there's a video online where the Pope is just fucking with his face, right?
Oh.
And then he fucking pulls his nose, stretches his whole fucking face out, and it's like a fucking mask. Like a mask, like a Hollywood shit.
Yeah, like some prosthetics. And
like a prosthetic, like a really well-made prosthetic, like a stunt double. So they're saying like, okay, the Pope, he has his own little stunt double guy.
Somebody applies his face before he goes out in the public.
Yeah, like he has like a fucking Hollywood art design team in his house.
All right, it's like the movie Face Off. If anybody's ever seen it,
It's like Face Off.
when they put the faces on.
You saw it too? Like the
no,
video?
no, I've not.
Yo, look
I've
up.
watched Face Off.
Look up the Pope face coming off. I don't know what you type. I saw it on
Pope Big Nose.
Slap Ham YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, this dude was just scratching his nose. He pulled his nose. You can see like the costume stretch out, and then the eyes are all beady, but then it sticks back, and it's like a real face. I was like, wow, that's a really good face. That's a really good Hollywood face.
Somebody probably had he probably has an earpiece in, and somebody that's watching the camera's like, Pope, your face. He's like, oh shit.
Oh, your face. Oh, you fucked up. They're gonna kill you now. You
Damn
fucked up. And then they posted that video, and then outrage. The crowd is like, I told you that dude is not.
Know it.
He ain't never normal.
They've always been it's always been. I always had this theory too, where the Pope is always the same person. Like they change popes. They just change faces.
It could be that simple.
It's the same dude. It's the same guy.
Which will be the same robot.
You think it's a robot?
Different face, same robot.
Same program and everything. Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
The program is always the same. Carry out the same whatever he's supposed to carry out.
Hey guys, I love Jesus. Then goes inside. It's like, I need kids' blood. Just switch it so quick.
Jared Footlong. Where they at?
Jared, what's good?
Fortnite. Hit up Fortnite. They're all over there. But yeah, Type 3 civilization would be like control of the entire galaxy.
Damn.
They're the one who knocks.
I would hope so. You got the whole galaxy on lock.
Hello, Earth. You're making nukes again?
What did we tell you, Earth?
Got 2 weeks or we blow the whole planet up.
Man.
Hey, yo, Pope. You busy?
Hey, Mr. Pope. Well, wake him up.
Eric.
Wake him up. I got to talk to the Pope.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for Kardashev scale.
So I guess we should
That
strive.
was way too long.
Yeah, it was,
I apologize.
no, it's good though, because we know you know how we get down. We get caught up in this type of shit.
Way too far.
But it's good. So I think we type 1 for real. We're not trying to reach type 1.
Yeah, we're type 1.
We already there.
Like the scientists are saying, like, oh, we're still type 0. Like, no, the hell we're not. We're type 1 a long time ago.
Or with my next story, which I'm sure we're gonna take a break in a second, but with my next story, are we type 1? Because I saw a story that kind of triggered me today. That
Did
shows
it bring
that,
humanity back?
yes, and I don't think people even realize it.
Not Island Boy, right?
No.
Oh, thank God.
That's kind of funny. This
That
is
slaps.
This is weird.
I'm just playing, guys.
It's my shit. Do you want to take a quick break before we jump into the next one?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay, new topic. We're back. And we're back.
That's all I was waiting for the pause for. All right. Let's get it. Okay, so now we're doing world news around the world, shit, whatever. All right, so let's get it. So my first story. I saw this story earlier today. It kind of disturbed me because as I used to get on growing up in school, I was never good at school. I sucked at it. I used to be a headache for a lot of teachers while I was growing up, right? as an adult, I realized that being a teacher is probably one of the most important jobs in our society today. Is at least
It's very
top
important.
3. Like being a teacher is more important than being a president to me sometimes. Like it's just
I think it is.
yes, because you, especially if you're a teacher who has kids of their own, because now you got to worry about your kids, and you got to be the kids of the parent to kids that aren't even yours, and you're just trying to teach them and get them to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a very, I would say, it's one of the most important roles that you can play in society
Hell yeah, straight up.
because you're molding the minds of these child.
The youth.
Yeah, put them on that path, like, but have their brain still open to like new stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing about like school. They almost try to tie you down to like one way
Yeah.
of being successful, which is wrong. In my
Right,
opinion, it's very wrong.
It is. It's like they need to, which is why I'm starting to learn more. Where you see like athletes maybe putting in money into schools to open like IT classes now, which is the damn wave right now. It's everybody needs. There's 2 jobs that would never go away. It's IT and I feel like security. Security is like everybody needs security. So
And software engineering.
and software engineering. Yes, thank you.
Shout out India.
Are they out there? They are out there.
Crunching numbers. Beep, boop, beep.
So I say what I say about with teachers because I thought this story was horrifying, and it finally it made me truly believe that we do live in this dystopian Black Mirror world, right? This story right here just proves it. So here's the story. It says hockey team apologizes for degrading cash grab for teachers. All right. So for give context of the story, there was like a junior hockey game going on in the hockey arena. People playing. Then there's halftime show. The halftime show was where 10 teachers in South Dakota competed for $5,000 bills to spend on classroom improvements. So basically, this lady came out there to the floor.
Wait, so the teachers were hockey players too?
No. This is like a halftime show for the hockey event. Like hockey players are out behind the in the back somewhere. I don't know. This is halftime. And so during this moment, they opened up this part of the hockey arena where it was it's like dirt or sand all over the floor or whatever. But 10 teachers come out, and then you see like this lady come out with a plastic bag, $5,000 in it. She dumps it out in this pit. Like
Quit game?
like, and that's quick game. Yes, and a lot. This shit went viral. The video is like maybe 15 seconds long, but it went so viral with people's reactions to it. So, anyways, lady comes out there with the like a black trash bag.
Black trash
A
bag.
black
What is that?
black plastic bag. No. It's a black bag. All right, just stick with me, folks. Just hanging there with me.
Yeah.
And she dumps the money out, the $5,000 on the ground, and she walks away. And then the 10 teachers are like wearing like a helmet, and then they're like knee pads on, the elbow pads. And as soon as they dump the money out, all 10 teachers run up there and they just dive onto the money and they like stuffing it down their pockets. Now these are teachers who are trying to get, like, anybody knows how teaching is that historically they are underpaid. This is like well-known fact. These teachers don't get paid enough to do what they do. A lot of times I've heard like some stories I was reading about. What's up?
No, go ahead.
Of where teachers will have to take money out of their pocket to supply
Yes.
classrooms for either like a chair or a desk or books or something. And so seeing them dump the money out, teachers running up at it, and the crowd's like, yeah, let's go, blah, blah, blah. And teachers like just stuffing money down their shirt, down their pants, da-da-da.
But the money was actually going back to the students, right?
Yes, but I think it's like, why does it have to resort to this? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? It's a weird Black Mirror type thing of gaining.
It is.
It's a very strange. This is like very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not on the level of Black Mirror, but I can see it's like this is the start of a Black Mirror episode where teachers who are not paid enough or they're competing to snatch and grab money
Just for supplies
just
for
for
their
kids in the
students?
classrooms. So you get it. It's horrifying. I earlier I was in my emotions.
That's horrible.
Earlier I was in my emotions. I almost wanted to cry when I first saw this story because I was like, this is it. This is the dystopian future that we're in it. This is it. And
I swear to God, I probably died and I end up here.
and it's crazy too
How'd I end
because
up here?
so like So after the event went down, and they started asking some of the teachers that was there, or the 10 teachers that competed in this, they was asking some of the teachers of where, what are you gonna do with your money? Da da da. And one teacher was explaining
Flashcards.
and she was talking about like I'm gonna give like teacher like I'm gonna get like with this money I'm gonna buy more flexible chairs for students because some students have maybe back problems,
Ergonomic chairs.
or like have standing desk to stand behind. This one guy, I can't remember his teacher's name, but it's so dope. He's gonna take his money and try to start an esports class, where and I think it's a brilliant idea because if you think about sports as a whole, not everybody can play sports, so that's why you got big jocks and all this other stuff. But in the world of gaming, people become friends from all types of walks of life. You ain't gotta be like no big brute dude, whatever. You can be cool with anybody online playing games, and you probably never even seen them. But it seems like this one teacher who's one of the 10 that was out there grabbing the money, he wants to start an esports class of where, it could bring camaraderie against like across races, across like, like how, especially anybody who's ever been in high school knows it's like a segregation of like the jocks and the pretty people and all that stuff. But video games is kind of like a thing where it closes them boundaries up. You can be cool with somebody that's
Right,
on a
that's
football
very good.
team, but he's using that money for that. And just hearing, I was like, why does it have to take this man crawling on his hands and knees to get this money to do something that why is it being resorted in this kind of way? You know what I'm saying? Like for people's entertainment.
Was it the school that?
Yeah, the school was like,
Why they have to do it like that?
because the video dropped on Twitter, I think yesterday. It blew the hell up, and a lot of people was upset about it. Some people that was commenting too were saying like,
Well, usually the people that are upset about it, they don't do nothing about it.
well, and it's kind of like it's a system thing. It's like, what can you do? Like, if the fastest way if you want to fix this stuff is probably burn it down. But as far as like trying to fight against it in court or anything like that, it's a weird system that's set up, and it's like, why are teachers in this position in the first place? If
Yeah,
they're
it just shows you like what we're dealing with,
Yeah.
like as far as like the education system,
yeah.
like what they're dealing stuff. Like it is sad, but like shit, it's happening. And
What we gonna do about it?
what state was this in?
South Dakota,
Alabama? Oh, South Dakota.
That's a cold. That's basically cold Alabama, I guess. North of South Dakota, they're kind of weird to me, but so yeah, the school board wound up coming out saying that they apologize. Oh, this was a mistake. We should never have done this. Da da da. Yeah, so this kind of blew up. It's becoming it's kind of putting everything front and center. A lot of teachers were coming out on Twitter saying that I would never do that. Like, why we have to resort to this just to take care of our kids? Because I'm assuming a lot of teachers, at least the sane ones, because there's some crazy ass pervert teachers out there. I've had my share of weirdos as teachers in school, but
Oh, they touch you?
no, I've seen them touch people, and it's weird. There's predators in this shit, dude. They need to vet these motherfuckers out. But teachers are actually really there and that do care about the students. It's why they gotta give money out of their own pocket to take care of these kids when they got a family they gotta take care of at home too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. I thought it was degrading too, and I'm not even a teacher, but I get it.
I can see like that job declining as far as like people wanting to be a teacher.
Honestly, I hope it does because because you had mentioned before about what are people going to do about it. As soon as I saw this video, my first reaction was at the first of the year when the news the next year starts up for school, every teacher should just stay home and just stop this shit. And guess what? That's the government's problem. If y'all want to create like AIs to run classrooms, then do it. But y'all not gonna keep doing this to these people. I would just everybody just stay the hell home for a month or whatever. That's because it's no longer your problem. And I know some people probably think it might be wrong to do that, or maybe some teachers may not want to do it because they care about the kids enough. But at the same time, it's like when they're doing this is starting off like very small right now. I'd rather deal with this now than it becomes a bigger thing where there's gonna be like game shows on NBC of teachers competing against each other, like in Wipeout or something, just to take care of the kids in the classroom. You know what I'm saying?
I say for those teachers, man,
What's that?
learn a new skill. Keep the kids behind. The new way to teaching kids, the government's gonna figure something out to where they're gonna have everything being
Programmed.
taught by an artificial intelligence.
Yeah, have some kind of like
And then-
AI that runs the school.
Yeah, and then boom, they got rid of all the teachers. Now the teacher's like, what are we gonna do now? I say learn a new skill right now before it's too late.
grow shrooms. I watched the video of this guy quitting his job. I was like, I just want to grow shrooms. It was amazing.
Yeah, grow shrooms.
It was one of the best things I've ever seen. He's like, they was interviewing this dude. He's like, hey, what do you want to do with your life? Like, you just quit your job. You got paid money. Why'd you quit? He's like, I just want to grow shrooms. But it's a financial benefit. He's like, I don't know yet, but this is what I want to do. I'm not worrying about if it's financial benefit. It's like, it's like people kind of breaking away from like, they pulling that plug out.
It's definitely the future. Like, whoever's in like the shroom business right now, I tell you right now, they're like 10, 20 years ahead of like society.
Already.
Society is not there yet.
Yeah, they're waiting for society to catch up to them.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, that's like me. That's like I'm looking back. I'm like, damn.
Hey man, y'all, you good back there,
I
society?
can barely see your feet.
You good, society?
We far, man.
But yeah, that was it for that sad story. That was a horrible story.
It is very sad. Like the whole society right now, it's really sad.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I feel sorry for them and stuff, but damn.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like,
And
that's how
the crowd was like, yeah.
That's how like society is now, and then people are okay with that.
It's like, yeah, look at all these teachers fight for money. Like, why they gotta do it? Why y'all just clapping? Do y'all kids probably go to that same school? Why y'all clapping?
Read
This is
Shell
not
Shock.
good. Okay. Shell Shock says in the chat, Arizona had a huge protest a few years ago. Oh, I remember this. For raises and funding. I remember this. This is about 2 years ago now. Maybe 3. As Shell Shock says, eventually the government did something, but my friends still get paid like garbage and have to pay for supplies out of pocket. Yes, I was reading a story earlier because I went down a rabbit hole with this story where teachers, because they don't get paid enough, that they couldn't even afford supplies for their students. So if they had like a spouse who made more money, their spouse would buy the shit for the kids in the school. And it's weird.
A lot of it usually do come out of their own pocket because,
They care. They care, man.
To be a real teacher, like to actually do your job, you actually got to love
these kids, man.
Kids. Yeah,
got to. I hate kids. I can't do it.
I couldn't do it either.
I would have kicked the kid in the chest or some shit, but
you would have been locked up.
Yes, for fighting a whole classroom of kids. Like
halfway through the syllabus, you're already in jail.
Like the first syllabus of like the year.
The first bulletin and shit. Locked up already.
No, but it's an unappreciated job. It's
just like working in the medical field, like being a nurse. Like you can't not be a nurse and not have
care about people, man.
Yeah, then not care about people because you'll have a bad day every day.
All the time. Like, why am I helping these people?
Yeah, it's the same thing like with teachers. They go through a lot of shit, but the real ones that really love that shit, where they pour their own money out to help these kids, they see what these kids are going through. Yeah. Like it's so hard to look at a kid and be like, okay, when he go home, he's
how's
going
his
through
life like this?
Yeah, like a crazy household. They worry about these kids like it's their own kids.
I can imagine being a teacher too, where if you see a kid coming into the classroom acting up, and then you finally have a sit down talk with them, and you figure out, or at least where you have a sit down with the parents, and the parents act like assholes. And as a teacher, I'm pretty sure you can assume, okay, they clearly get it from the parents. There's something wrong, something off with them, and
it usually does start like with the parents.
It's almost all the damn time.
Bob knows. What's up, Bob? What, you just woke up?
Yeah. Have you been here the whole time?
I woke up like this. The only moderator in here.
So.
Bob got cats with the S.
Yeah. How many now? 2?
How many, Bob?
Yes, Bob. How many cats you have now?
How many cats you got, Bob?
Tell us.
But my brother, I heard the other day, he got a cat too.
Because cats are easy to take care of. Dogs are too much, man.
My brother Robert.
Too much.
Yeah, Robert.
Yes.
He got another cat. Bob, she posted a picture in the group chat.
2, so he got 2 again. Man, so, okay, I'm good with 1 cat. 2 might be too much.
Got 3 cats.
3.
How,
what?
Bob?
Hold on, okay, for context of the situation, for everybody's listening.
How the new cat passed away?
Okay, so Bob got a new cat called Jiro, which I just heard about, but I don't.
Wait, is that the gray one or the white one?
Sorry, guys, we're going off the road.
Oh my god!
You just told me about this cat.
This just messed up the whole podcast.
Okay, let me.
I never even met him yet.
I don't mean to laugh. That's fucking horrifying, Bob. You could have warned us on that one. What happened?
Holy shit! Continue, Chris.
Okay, all right. So here's my next news. I got a next news story. This is a brighter story. This is.
Hold on. The gray cat, right?
Yeah.
When they adopted the gray cat, his name at the pet store was Harold.
1987.
And then
That's
the Gray
it.
Cat. With my name, they changed his name to Jiro, almost like Harold. Jiro.
Jiro.
I'm thinking like that, but how he passed away? What the fuck? He wasn't eating enough.
So he was sick when y'all got him. When cats stop eating, like how mom passed away, that's like any animal for the most part. If they stop eating, it's either they're sick or they dying.
Bob didn't hear that tanker story. I was actually supposed to die yesterday
Oh yeah, 1987 on the tag,
on a tanker truck.
the serial number. Or
That would have been so cool, right? Like, damn, you remember that dude Harold? Blew up on the highway.
got wiped the fuck out.
He got lit up. That would have been cool. I would have been okay with that story. But I would hope it'd be quick, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to suffer that much.
No, let it be like get knocked. You don't want to be sitting in the car like, oh my god, my car's on fire, my seatbelt won't get off,
Paul Walker.
and you get burnt up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping his was fast. That was horrible. Now, if I get blown, I want to be like, everything was white.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want.
And then DMT trip, boom.
and next thing you know, I'm in heaven. It's like, hey yo, what's up, dog? And I'm like, DMX. Like,
Oh,
I'm in heaven. Like I want to be like that.
Oh shit, they got pit bulls up here.
DMX, why are you so loud in heaven?
Damn, he already cremated. He's on your bookshelf. Fuck, that's crazy.
That is insane. That's a quick turnaround.
I didn't even like, I was trying to visit Bob. Like, they had so many boxing fights. I was like, I'm gonna go over there and watch the boxing fight.
But then Saturday comes around, you don't feel like driving?
No, they don't let me come.
We gotta save that for another time. I
was like, no. It's like, fuck. I want to see the cat, but now it's
I mean, you can still see him.
on a bookshelf.
There you go. That was my dark joke for tonight. I'm sorry. All right, let me get to my next topic. Let me do this. Okay, so this is on some nerd shit now. So Netflix is making a live action Mega Man movie.
Whoa.
Netflix is off the chain with this shit. All
Is
right.
Mega Man, is that part like Bandai?
Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You're right,
Capcom, yeah. So they're talking about like, hey, right now, the rise of Hollywood. They're coming out with the new Sonic Hedgehog 2 trailer, which is kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. I still haven't even seen the first Sonic movie, but I appreciate how the studio went and actually changed Sonic for the fans. They did it right by the fans. They also have a live action Halo TV show coming out in was it just last week? I did not see that yet. I'm talking about like Chris Pratt playing Mario.
Shell Shock says shut it down.
Let's say an Uncharted movie. Oh, Shell Shock, you haven't heard the rest yet. Wait, you haven't heard the rest. So they're coming out with a live action Mega Man movie. There's really no details behind it. They're getting like two directors behind it to direct this movie. I think one directed like they both might have directed like Catfish. I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe it's like a show.
The MTV show?
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Oh,
That's the only Catfish I know.
Okay,
Of.
I was thinking it was something. I was thinking it was something else. So they're getting two directors to jump on it.
Wait, so you got a Catfish director that directs a reality TV show
Yeah, if I might
to
be,
do Mega Man.
I might be wrong about it, but it says
That's so
Henry
weird.
Jost and Rel Sherman, perhaps best known for Catfish, attached to write and direct, but recently directing the duo revealed on their.
I'm hearing in
Super
the chat they're
Martian-
saying that Bebop was a disappointment.
Man, Bebop was hold on, let me finish this right quick.
Bebop, the live action
I
series.
liked it. I don't care what anybody says. And this
Remember,
is
I told you a couple weeks ago, right? I tried to watch it. 30 minutes in, I was like,
I went through.
get that Korean drama back on.
What did I just witness here?
Let me go back to my shit.
I like Cowboy Bebop, the show. I liked it for what it was. I really did. I'm a huge fan of the anime, and so when I knew this come out with a live action show, even though people were getting mad at John Cho for playing Spike, people were asking about him like 10 years ago to play Spike. The dude's 49 now, but look, I liked it for what it was. It was cool. It felt like a black exploitation film from the 70s, like just like little jazz shit, cool shit, like.
Yeah, with the afro.
Yeah.
Rollerblades. Roller skates.
Well, skates.
Skates.
With the four wheels going square.
Yeah. You can ring my bell.
What? Okay, so also here's the catch
What's up,
too.
guys?
Also too, because since Netflix is going on this weird thing with doing animes and stuff like that, so Mega Man is not the last character they're going to bring to Netflix. This is they're on this wave right now. So they come out with a live action Mega Man show now, right? They also have plans for a Resident Evil show A Resident
I
Evil
would
TV
imagine they
show.
would have been done that.
Yeah, they kind of late. Honestly,
Yeah.
there's like 8 movies that came out
That's
before
one of
this.
those franchises that they should have like. They should have like capitalized that when the zombie stuff was popping.
Yeah, and that shit's been dead. This shit's been no pun intended, but the shit's done. Nobody's worrying about zombies anymore. They come out with a Tomb Raider show in the works as well, and is reportedly in development for a live action Pokemon series. And this is all Netflix right here, baby. Netflix is jumping out the window with this shit.
I can.
You gonna watch it?
I can back that because I always want like a live action Pokemon series.
Honestly, if they're smart, if people gonna be traveling around looking for Pokemon, use off like the hey Pokemon Go app, like back in before. That's how they track it down, like going to certain locations to get Pokemon.
Imagine a TV
so I'm
series.
kind of hyped for that a little
like
bit.
a
If you
deep
can really
one, like a deep one.
where a character you can get behind and,
like
feel something for.
Yeah, like where they have like emotions with the characters, like
and
the Pokemon characters.
And his first Pokemon cannot be Pikachu. It has to be something.
No, it's gonna be Pikachu because it gotta stay true to the beginning origins.
Let it be like Psyduck or something. No, that's like I want to be like an original character. It's not Ash or nothing. I want to be like
no, it gotta be Ash.
Regular kid. I don't know.
It gotta be Ash. Has to be the OG. It has to be somebody else.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, if you want to do Ash,
do you want the series to flop?
It's going to anyways. Actually, I'm gonna watch it regardless. Out of everything I've said with Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, the Pokemon one, I'm actually kind of I'm gonna watch that one.
Oh, they're talking about K-dramas in the chat.
Oh, what's going on?
I don't know, but they're crying. Yeah.
But no, that was it for that story. Mega Man's coming. Also, too. Oh my God.
Neil Patrick Harris as Ash.
Why? Why would you let Dookie Howser?
I choose you.
Why would you let Dookie Howser? You know what?
He plays as himself though.
Well, could that be better? Okay, I would watch it then. Yeah. If he plays himself, I'm cool with that. Okay, so they also. Because outside of Netflix, we recently had Monster Hunter. I haven't seen that movie. Won't watch it. Mortal Kombat movies. I don't know if we ever talked about that. I didn't mind the Mortal Kombat movie that came out, the recent one.
It was okay.
I was like, I didn't mind it, but I get why some people didn't like it. I get it, but I didn't mind it. I wasn't expecting an Oscar-worthy movie. It's Mortal Kombat.
It's like they forgot how to write stories now.
Yeah,
like to make a good film. It's more about their focus is more about
the trailer. I think the trailers like get you in the theaters. Yeah, once you get in there, you're
the
in.
trailer alone. But they're like mostly like how the movie looks, like as far as like their advancement in CGI, like how clean it looks and stuff. Yeah, but they completely forgot about how to tell a good story.
Yeah,
it's because the way they told the story of Mortal Kombat is so like it's not even organic. It's almost written like I would say like a machine, like a robot. Like a robot written the script out.
Because it predicted how people are going to hey, people are going to watch this.
Yeah, like the way they transition from like one scene to another scene, it's just cold. The whole series was cold. They don't know how to tell stories no more, man.
No, actually, you know one of the best movies I've seen this year was this movie called and I recommend this to anybody. Is this movie on Amazon called The Kid? It's called The Kid Detective. It is.
Shell Shock is so right.
What did you say?
He says there's never any development or depth. They're just drawing us in with the nostalgia for like the cash grab, which is true. Like they're just like bringing up all these old shows and trying to remake. Like most of like the new movies is just a bunch of remakes.
Ghostbusters,
but with our technology now.
It's either like remakes or superhero movies. And like I like the superhero shit. I've been a fan of superheroes since I was a toddler. But I'm starting to get to a point where it's kind of exhausting to me.
It's so exhausting.
I'm like, another Marvel movie? I was like, I'll watch it, but it feels like a chore. Except for the next Spider-Man movie. I'm actually really hyped about that. But I do feel like it's kind of like a chore to watch them sometimes where when I see the movie Kid Detective, it's on Amazon. It's amazing. I cannot express this enough. People need to watch this, but it's about a guy who, back in his youth, because he's like in his early 30s right now, but back in his youth, so like the late 80s, early 90s, whatever, he's like, he's going around in this small town he lives in, and he's like solving mysteries, like who stole money from the lemonade stand? Da da da. He's like this town hero, like, hey, he's getting free ice cream for life because he's solving all these mysteries. But now, flash forward 20 years later, he's a 30-year-old trying to solve mysteries in this town, and they're like, bro, you haven't solved a mystery in like since you was 10. Like, why are you still trying to solve mysteries? And he keeps going to the same ice cream place shop that he used to get free ice cream for because he solved the mystery there. But now he's like 30, 31, 32, still cashing in on that ice cream. He's like, okay, getting free ice cream. And the guy's kind of, you can tell he's sick of it. Like, I've been giving you free ice cream for like 20 years now. But it's about it's like a coming of age story for like a 30-year-old, like realizing like you got to leave that detective shit behind and either.
Why is the ice cream guy still doing the same job?
Well, because he gave him like when he was a kid, the kid detective solved a mystery back when he was like 10, 11, or 12 or whatever. Like, somebody's stealing money out of the ice cream place. And after he solved the mystery, Tom was like, okay, cool, thank you. The guy was like, you know what? I'm going to give you free ice cream for the rest of your life. It's a lifetime. And so now, 20 years later, he's still giving him ice cream for something he solved. Like,
So he didn't retire 20 years later?
no, he still wants to be a detective. But then a real crime happens in the town, and he has to solve it. But the town doesn't like him. And he's kind of like an asshole because he kind of got rejected.
Damn.
It's really good, and it's hilarious. It's Kid Detective, people. Watch it. I can't express it enough. It's an amazing movie. But
Bob says he's the owner because they know. That what she say? Because he's the owner. That's why he's still giving out ice cream.
yeah, the guy's the owner. Yeah, he's not like just an employee that works. He's the owner of the shop, and so.
But I would imagine he wouldn't even do like the rounds with the ice cream truck no more.
I don't know. It's actually kind of like an ice cream store. Sorry, it's like like the Kid Detective walks there into the store and he walks in and he's like, "Hey, can I get the I don't know, mint chocolate chip or whatever the hell he picks?" And the guy, you can see in his face, is like, "I'm giving you free ice cream for like 20 years and you ain't off of a little mystery." Just puts ice cream on. He's like, and the guy's like, "Okay, cool, thanks." And he's walking out, eating ice cream. But it's like, man, he's riding off of his. It's kind of like it's very reminiscent of like being a child star. And you blow up, and then now you're an adult, nobody cares, and you're still trying to like ride that wave of being a child star, but you haven't done shit in 20 years. It's kind of like that, but he's a detective. He's solving like little Scooby-Doo like shit. Like that, he wasn't solving murders. He was solving like who took the money from them. Like I said, like this little tiny little small town crimes that he's solving, and it's good. It's hilarious. And then by the end of the movie, you kind of like in your feelings, like such a good movie. It's one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. But back to what we was really talking about. So they come out with the Last of Us TV show, which I'm not hyped for. I don't care. Mass Effect show for Amazon. I didn't even know that. Fallout show. That's definitely for Amazon. So they come out with a Fallout show and Ghost of Tsushima and a Metal Gear Solid movie. So basically, we about to get a wave of video game.
I could be behind the Metal Gear Solid movie.
I've been waiting for that for probably about 20 years. I've been hearing about this for a very long time.
Yeah, they can get really deep with that Metal Gear Solid movie to where it's gonna shake up some branches, man. It's like within like the political field and everybody like in that world with the CIA and all the secret organizations all around the world, not just America. This stretches out to like Europe and Australia.
Yeah,
it's gonna shake a lot of branches, which they should. They could say like any other name, like they can't really call out the particular name, like the CIA. They can say something else.
Yeah.
Like, what name would they use for Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, man. I don't know. It's like Metal Gear Solid is going to be one of the movies where, oh, my God.
It's going to be a lot of code name, but it's going to be obvious what they're trying to talk about.
Yeah, they got to, man. Because Metal Gear Solid couldn't be too deep, man. Too deep about how this government works. It's horrifying, if you will. But, yeah, that's it for that story. For
I got to take a leak real quick.
Mega Man.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. All right, next story. Oi. That's a lighter.
Oh, I thought the beer fell.
No.
That scared me. I hate seeing beer spill.
Yeah, you want to save it with all your life force.
It's precious. It's like gold, like liquid gold. You don't want to lose it.
I'll get hit by a car before I spill a beer.
But a lot of times I'm falling down, holding a beer. Didn't spill a drop. I'm like, oh,
dude,
shit.
I did like a windmill before I spilled beer. Like when you're falling. Like,
not a drop spilled.
It's okay, but I need to go to the hospital.
I can't feel my legs. But the beer is good, though.
I shattered my spine. Paralyzed.
I broke my back. My
Spinal.
Spinal.
Man, we're in sync right now.
Yeah, we are, man.
And we're back. What's up, guys?
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I thought you had a story. Okay. All right. This is another messed up story. I just saw this right before the show started, so let's get to it. Okay, it says Arkansas waitress is fired
Oh,
after a group of Good Samaritans leave her a $4,400 tip.
so she got fired up. She got this fat tip.
A fat tip.
Okay.
Says restaurant manager ordered her to keep just 20% and split the rest with the entire staff, and then fired her for violating the rules.
What?
All right, so here's the deal. All right, so this guy named Grant Wise, right? He's like a local real estate. He owns a local real estate company, and he had set up a dinner at this location. I think it was called like he called like the event the $100 Diner Club. All these people wound up showing up. It says he said he called the restaurant in advance to confirm that the servers did not have to share pool tips. Basically, he goes to the restaurant with all his rich buddies, I guess, and in order, I guess, to eat there, you got to pay $100. I guess, like, basically, everybody tipped $100, but it was like 44-something people there. They did the guy Grant Wise, who set up this little event. He wanted there was only 2 people take care of that table of 44 people. It should have been the entire damn restaurant, to be honest. But maybe it's like a crowd of night. Who knows? But basically, how the story goes is that he called the restaurant in advance to confirm that the servers did not have to split or share pool tips. He then presented the waitress Ryan Brandt, who's the lady who got the check for $4,400. He gave her a check and he told her to split it between her and another waitress who served the group, leaving her in tears. So, lady Ryan Brandt, she gets like the $4,400 check. They take a picture with each other. She's crying, and she winds up saying like the first thing she's gonna do with this money is pay off her student loan debt. She's gonna split it like $2,000 or something with other girl that helped her out with the table. She's gonna put it to $2,000. Apparently, hating ass manager stepped in and was like, you need to split that, and you only can get 20% of that $4,000 because reasons I don't know. Says that the restaurant manager told her that she would have to split the tip with all of the restaurant employees. So does that include kitchen staff? Something that has never asked of her before, because Ryan Brandt worked at this like restaurant for like 3 years. She's like, for the 3 years I've worked there, or 3.5 years I've worked there, of all the tips I've gathered, I've never had to share tips, but now I have to share it because I earned this tip. Me and another girl worked this table and got $4,400 for something that we did.
How much do they get paid hourly? Because I know like
It can't be good.
Different places they pay different. Like I know like some places they get paid like really below the minimum. Like they get paid like $2.
Yeah.
$2 an hour, but then they make it up in tips. So how much do they get paid like hourly?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much waitresses make.
Waitresses?
I don't know. I got tongue tied.
Where's your head at?
I'm trying to look for it right now. Waitresses Arkansas, because it happened in Arkansas.
Shell Shock says 40 of the 2 strong servers ain't bad as long as the guests aren't rude and needy. And from what that group sounds like, they're not.
Yeah. It sounded like the group in itself, like, there was a girl I dated a long time ago, or we
Man, how many girls have you dated? I hear so many stories.
It's in and out. It doesn't last long. It's
like
just
In-N-Out Burger.
It's like in and out. I call it dating because I'm trying to be respectful towards them. I don't want to say like, hey, we just smashed for like 2 weeks and then stop talking after that.
Chris,
it could get worse. So I'm trying to be polite and say like,
this is TVY7.
they still do.
But continue.
But no, where a girl I was dating or talked to at one time, she was a waitress and she served a table of I think like 25, maybe 30 people, and all she got was like a $4 tip. I remember I talked to her when she got off work one night and she was upset and was crying about this shit. And she was like, they kept calling me for everything and anything, and after all these damn people sitting here, I get $4. Dude, I'm sick of this shit.
That make my stomach hurt.
Yes, and that's why I have a soft spot for waitresses. I always tip good because I will never forget that story because I was the pain in her voice, and I know she was a hard worker and I know she was trying to do her best. But it's like you get $4 for helping out 25 plus people. Like that is, I would have burnt the place down, and that is just me. That's just me. Something would have happened.
People should know, like when you go out to eat, you should tip well if you're gonna go out to eat, because
especially if you know you're the type of person
man.
Especially if you know you're the type of person who is my meat's kind of like too red. Hey, can you send this back? Da-da-da. And you got them going running back and forth. Got the kitchen cooking. There's no telling what they're going to do with that damn steak. They're probably going to just throw it out because you didn't like it.
This is why, like, most restaurants now, they put the gratuity
Because nobody tips.
already in the receipt. It's just to avoid that issue.
Yeah. I've seen sometimes where they do the gratuity, and then still, if you want to tip, you can tip. And I still tip. It don't matter.
Yeah,
I don't care.
tip.
It's whatever. It's a shitty job. I don't know how people even consider it. That in retail. And I've worked retail before. I never do it again. Anyway, so says Ryan Brandt. She actually wound up saying that she was fired for violating the restaurant's policy by telling lies about its tip policy. So I guess before she told the guy who was going to do the tip about, hey, this is tip policy. Because from my understanding, like Grant Wise, who's running this event, he only wanted to pay the people that served that table with him and his guests. And basically all the money, because everybody paid $100 to sit at the table, all that money for $100 went to, the waitresses. Yeah. And it's like, if you serve this table, then you're gonna get them. You're gonna earn. That's a lot of damn people to serve, man. Imagine going down the line. Imagine sitting at the table and you have 44 people ahead of you or 40-some people ahead of you waiting for you to put your order in. You know what I'm saying? And if it's like just two waitresses doing that, that's insane.
It's hard out there.
So for what I've been hearing right now, she said, but soon after Brent said the manager told her that she had to split the tip with all her coworkers, something she said they have not requested in 3.5 years. Okay, so long story short, anyways, she winds up getting fired, and now I think a GoFundMe started for her, and she's got like $10,000 on it. Like, the public ate this shit up, and they gave her, they gave her the money back, and then some. Says she was. I
would have never did that.
Says Ryan Brandt, who studied Spanish at the University of Arkansas, said she was devastated to at having to fork over a large tip as she planned to use the money for student loan debts. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Damn, is everybody that broke? They gotta feed off somebody else's success. You know what I'm saying? Like that, she worked for that shit. If the manager has to step in and like be like, oh, she violated policy, she needs to split that amongst everybody. I ain't never heard that in my life, anyways, about a waitress splitting a tip. I don't care what the amount is.
I mean, we don't know the full story, but I can also see like from the manager point of view, like he's trying to make it fair for the other employees and stuff. Like especially like the cooks in the kitchen, like they're out there busting their ass too, but they don't ever receive.
They're not gonna get the tip either. Yeah.
But maybe they get regular pay, like as far as like what the waitresses get paid and stuff.
Yeah,
I can see that as another angle of looking at it, but like still maybe the manager was just trying to make it seem
because it's probably
fair for everybody, you know.
I can see what you're saying now. It could have been almost like a mutiny because imagine
still like look, there's two servers serving like 40 people, but who's cooking the meals for 40 people? They probably killed themselves and they're like, hey, like
that was my tip
for a grand tip. Like, do we get like a little piece of it? Like I can understand it from that point, and then I can see it like from the manager's point of view, like he's trying to make it fair so everybody could be happy.
Yeah, and it seems like he was just trying to give it to the two waitresses, where, like you say, like as far as like the cooks involved, and like
that's where there's like new rules getting
40 meals to cook is not easy.
So it's not easy at all.
Cooking one meal is tough.
And then making it good for these guys.
Okay, that's a good perspective. Yeah. That's a rock in the hard place for the manager because
it's very hard.
If she doesn't get control of the place, then what if all the cooks be like? Imagine if all the cooks
be
are like
here? The cooks would be like, dude, we made all this shit. All they had to do was just delivered it. They're seeing it like that point of view, and then while we're out here fucking scrambling trying to make all these meals, you know, they'd be like, hey, like. Could we get a piece of this? Like,
and what if say that night after she got that money, the cook's probably in the back smoking cigarettes or something. Like, man, after all the food we quit, like cook, we about to quit. And the manager's like, oh shit, what if this happens under my watch and they all quit? I'm gonna get fired.
He was just trying to I get make it normal for everybody because the cooks are probably out there stressing the fuck out, right? Imagine cooking 40 meals.
How many meals got sent back?
Yeah, and how many got sent back? Like, fuck. It's rough.
It's a lose-lose then.
And then, like, they're like, holy shit, the waitress got, like, 4,000 tips. Like, what the fuck? Like, what did we get? So, you know, they're trying to be like...
Them cooks are probably like, she's not even that cool. Why'd she get all this money for?
The manager was like, hey, just help out your other comrades, man. Like the people you work with, like help the whole ship work.
Yeah, the manager's probably like, they're about to do some mutiny around here, and
So it's so hard to look at it just like one point of view, like these two girls.
there's a whole system.
Girls or guys, whoever they are. Like,
Yeah.
It's just we don't know the full information about everything.
No, but it makes sense. It makes sense how you explain. Yeah, it's okay.
so
Okay, see,
That's why I like to dissect stories instead of just getting like the headline and be like, oh shit,
she got done wrong.
the boss
and
is so bad. Like, let's give it a chance.
yeah.
Let me
And
dissect.
she's not the only person working
'cause
there.
We don't know the story.
Oh,
You know,
man.
like these little articles is made to destroy people.
It is.
You know?
It does target people.
Yeah, because imagine if you're like the headline of some shit. You're like, oh shit, that shit's so fucking wrong.
Oh,
Then
I was-
I already read it.
I was about to drag the manager. I was about
Yeah.
to drag her ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so people don't know the full story. That's why like these articles are
Just
just so
Take a step back and
conniving. Like it's so hungry for that
Just-
drama to get people to eat it up. But
Just
then they
to
don't,
to
they
rile
don't
people
know
up.
like the lives are fucking up. You know?
To rile people up. Okay, that's a good convo right there. That was good.
Yeah,
that's
man.
another. I like that.
I look at it from the point of view like if it could happen to you. You know?
Like, would you want to be manager that night when that shit happened?
Fuck
Hell
no.
no.
Fuck no.
In fact, I would probably quit my job that night. I'm like, I see where this is going.
Yeah. Whenever I manage people, it's not even gonna be me. It's gonna be robots managing them.
Oh yes, because I'm not gonna complain.
I will be the last call.
The robot's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no robots is gonna tell you, you're a racist, and they'll be like, do your program.
Yeah. I'll be like the end of the line where they have to call me. So they all have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, figure it out before.
Google bots have to figure that shit out, you know?
There's a
Don't,
system.
Don't call me.
Oh man.
What Shell Shock say?
Okay, so Shell Shock was saying before that in that state they make $11 an hour as a waitress. After that, Shell Shock says in the chat, then you don't get the $4 because you have to tip, but bussers, bartenders, so actually you have to pay to serve the table. It wasn't part of the policy before. Then it's illegal to pull that, depending on the state mainly, but that doesn't sound like the case. Okay, so it's got to be. Yeah, it doesn't sound. I never heard about anybody having to be forced to split a tip, so that's a.
I hear it a lot.
Because there's times too I've worked retail, and just because even though I dislike people, I had very good customer service of either trying to help people find an item in the store, or I was able to call another store and get the item that they was looking for mailed to the store that I was working at, and I'll be telling them to, hey, your item will be here Tuesday. Can you be free Tuesday? Yeah, I can be here Tuesday. Cool, your item will be here Tuesday. And you know what? Just because, it's kind of inconvenience, I'll give you a 10% discount. And I used to get tipped off of that. They'd be like, hey, don't tell nobody this, but here's $20. I'm like, hey, I can't take it, but just take it. Like, I would get slid money sometimes off of customer service, but is there a law for me to like I know there's a lot, honestly, I shouldn't have been taking it for one. That's not part of like the damn policy of the store, but I mean, there's no policy set in place. Like, if it does happen, do I got to split it? You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's a weird thing.
Did you take it though?
Hell yeah. I put gas in my car. I'm saying, like, I ain't like I'm going to have a sexual relationship with this person. It's just like it's going to just derail the entire store's integrity. It's just about, like,
I never take. You know why? Because I always think they're trying to play me.
they're trying to set you up.
Yeah.
No, I've had times where people be like, take it. I'm like, no, and I won't
That's why I
take it.
never take it.
And I have people just leave the money there, sitting on the counter and walk away. What am I going to do with this 20 cents here? I can't give it to somebody now. So,
Yeah, there'd be a lot of times where I'm at work where they try to give me money. I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna take that.
but I'm good. That people have done that at my job. I'm like, but I'm just watching YouTube all day.
Like here, just take it. Like no. Like you see that camera?
It's looking right at me. That happened to me a couple
What
weeks
I
ago.
look like if I take your money?
That happened to me a couple weeks ago too. Somebody gave me like $200
Damn.
at work on camera.
For what? The Omicron virus?
No, it was like, hey, here's
some papers?
Here's your birthday gift. Go out to dinner. Spend this money well. Da da da. I'm like, bro, I'm on camera. You can't be just shoving money at me. Like,
Damn, that's crazy.
you're killing me. Like, fuck. I went to dinner. Spoiler alert! I went to dinner with him, and it was cool. It was a birthday. It was his birthday gift, a belated birthday gift. So,
Is that it for that story?
Mhm.
All right, I got one. In animal world news,
let's get it.
an otter. You guys know what an otter is?
Yeah, cute little thing.
They swim like in the rivers and stuff.
Yeah.
So an otter attacked a man in Singapore.
They fight people?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like them anymore.
Yeah, so a British man and his friend, they went out jogging 6:30 p.m. No, 6:30 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Right? So they this is their daily routine. They always jog around this path, right? So they approached the Singapore botanic garden, and they saw like a gang of otters, like 20 plus otters. Okay, so they're walking normally, like they're doing their little route, and then as they walk past these otters, the otters started attacking the man. Like they started biting his ankles and everything at first, right? So their friend was like fucking yelling, like, help!
Fight people.
Help! This is like 6:30 in the morning. And so the otter started biting his ankles, then started biting his whole body. So this dude was like,
To calm his body?
yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna die now. So this dude, he's already sure like he's gonna die by like
Otters? That's a horrible.
Yeah, but then he managed to like fucking escape. Right? He escaped. He went to like the little center, the botanic garden center, with the
Trees and shit.
yeah, for the public. Like the center. Like he escaped, but this dude, he could have sworn that he almost died. Like he went to the hospital. After that, there's over 20 bite marks all over his body. Like I'm talking about like kill points like in the neck and shit.
He must have been near some like otter babies or something.
He probably has some bad spirit on him where the otter's like, let's eliminate this dude right now. Cause like what
I
are
didn't know otters
come
did that.
on, like you're just jogging and then you get attacked by otters.
I can see beavers being like that because their teeth are dangerous as hell
Yeah,
when they bite. So I can see a
yeah,
beaver maybe tripping, but I thought the otters were supposed to be cooler than that. I thought they was cooler than this. I'm concerned now.
It's happening in Singapore and China. Oh Lord, his whole body
Attacked by otters.
26 bite wounds.
Imagine
And there was over 26 otters, so they all got a bite. Like they all got their little piece of that human meat.
a little taste of it.
Like every single otter had the same idea. Like, hey, we have to bite this guy. I don't know why. He's not food. Why are they biting him? He might be evil.
And they attacked.
Melissa says that man deserved it. He probably did deserve it. He's probably a child rapist or some shit.
Wait.
She says other attacks just because they're too cute to be angry.
Okay, no. Let's break down. Let's break this down. I ain't gonna throw this man under the bus like that. Like, what did he do anything to irritate them? Did I miss something?
They jog normally. This is their normal path.
So how's it the man's fault? How the animal wrong as hell?
Bob said, did they slap him with their tails? No, they bit the hell out of this guy.
Yeah, they just bite him in the neck and everything.
Yeah, they started biting him. Like, come on. If you see like animals like that, like animals.
What was his friend? What was his friend doing? Just like, oh shit, bro.
Watching it the whole time. The friend didn't even get bit.
He's like, oh bro, you got otters on you, and he just stood there and watched. Like, I would have grabbed an otter and like slammed it into a tree.
The friend was screaming and stuff and trying. Like the friend screamed so loud. Like in the story, they said that the friend screamed so loud to where all the otters stopped and looked at the friend like,
hey, chill, bro, you loud.
Like what the hell?
After
but then they continue biting him right after that. They paused for like a second and then they started biting him again.
He's like, like,
so why didn't they bite the friend?
The friend,
because that dude was so bad, and the otters know.
Maybe the friend was like, yo, he's a good enough distance away. Maybe it's like a fragrance. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a smell. I don't know. Maybe it smell like, I don't know, a big toe that morning.
Maybe he's a pedophile. How about that?
I'm not throwing this man under the bus.
Maybe he's just a bad person.
Allegedly.
And the otters can smell that shit. Yeah, the otters, come on. An otter attack? 20 otters trying to kill you? You did something bad.
I blame it on otters.
That dude, he probably escaped like jail, but he didn't escape the otter gang that know about his history.
The otter wrath.
Yeah.
So you may not be going to jail for what you did, but
the otters know about his dark web history.
We know what you look up. I think they just went crazy.
No, he was probably like...
Oh, he's actually running the dark web. He's actually running the dark web. He's not watching it.
That's his website. It's like the master guy. Singapore.
Melissa says maybe they just didn't like his face or the way he was jogging. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it has to be something more deeper, like deeper personal. Like they felt some type of weird energy to where it's like, hey, this guy is a bad guy.
But again, I don't know. Some animals, it don't take much for wild animals to trip on you. You can just be there and they don't like you. It's like when you own a pet. Sometimes your pet's in a bad attitude. You're like, what the hell's your problem?
And then you die.
Yeah.
You heard about
That's
that
it.
cat that tried to kill like the owner by slashing the throat?
Man, no. Why? Like, he's
Because
like
I guess
legit.
the cat thought he was the devil or some shit. So the dude wakes up, his throat slit. Not all the way, but it's just bleeding.
cut?
Yeah. And then it's like, who else did this?
I've woken up
Of
before.
course, Frosty did it.
I've woken up before where, like, when I used to own a cat, I used to have scratches in my face when I wake up in the morning.
That's normal.
And it's because my cat would sleep next to me a lot. But I wake up like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, what I got this cat for? I'm like,
What the hell? I can't see in my left
my
eye.
eye hurts. Shit.
What the hell? I'm blind now.
No, but cats will mess you up in your sleep. But I don't think it's intentional because a lot of times where my cat would stretch and as soon as his paws touch me, it would like latch onto me like.
What do you feel about like declawing cats, like indoor cats?
No,
No good?
I never did it when I had a cat.
That inhumane?
You gotta figure out ways of it. Like, it's like a tool. It's like I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Like for
It's-
indoors.
if-
I'm saying like for indoors. Like they don't have to go out and hunt nothing.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I've thought about trying to declaw my cat before. I've trimmed his nails a lot, but I never thought about it because I heard the process is actually kind of painful for the cat because it's basically killing the nerves in the nail when you do it. And so they can never grow. Like, have a claw. Especially the way my brain be thinking of if somebody broke in my apartment, I would want my cat, he would be like, "Zing, meow." Just latch onto him like, he's shooting the ceiling. It gives me like a split second, like, tackling the ground. Like, you never know, people. You never know. So I know with my cat, I would trim his nails, but I never thought about wanting to destroy them.
Destroying their whole like.
The whole damn cuticle.
It's like chopping like their balls off.
Yeah, it's like you destroyed that like and he was already neutered, so it's like he already been through enough surgery. He's pretty good. So.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time though, especially if you love curtains, cats will tear
If
them
you love
shits
curry,
up. Curtains.
currents. What is that?
Curtains.
Oh, curtains.
Yeah, cats will tear that shit up. Or I used to have spots on my rug where I was like, oh, is that the plastic? Where because my cat was like constantly like clawing at it, trying to like either pull out an irritating nail or whatever. I mean, it's a headache, but at the same time, I don't know.
I'll let you read chat.
What's going on with chat? Melissa says declawing cats is awful. Yeah, that's why I never could really get behind it. Bob also says it's inhuman. Yeah, because I heard it's really painful for them. Melissa also says in the chat that they break their knuckles or whatever. That's let them keep it like let them keep the claws. I don't mind it. But especially if you're a cat owner, you should be used to getting clawed anyways. Like them cats accidentally scratch you all the time when you own one.
You want me to tell you a crazy cat story?
What's that?
Like with me? So before I gave Bob the cat sushi, remember the white cat sushi?
Yeah, I remember.
So, I had him as a kitten, got him from the store and stuff as a kitten, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I was, playing with the cat. And then sushi, all his claws like got stuck in my neck. And it got stuck in my neck.
And
Like
you're
I
like,
couldn't pull it out. Yeah. And then he was trying to pull it out. But he was pulling my fucking neck.
Yes, the cats don't ever
I was
do
like, oh shit,
Yeah.
And then this is where I grabbed his arm and then had it plucked
You gotta like each one out,
like one by one, and it was stuck in my neck, and that shit kind of scarred me.
Yeah, it's like when they latch on, it's like it goes like this. And you like
Yeah, because he was like a kin, like he is still kind of wild,
kids be having like like their claws don't really hurt that bad. Like especially when they bite you. Like when they're kids, it's like, oh, that's cute. But there's a weird period where like sometimes them claws be like, oh shit, like okay,
Yeah,
stop.
that shit was in my neck.
This is not cute anymore. But to them, they're just having fun. So, I love cats. Cats are awesome. They're me. If I would never get a dog until I get a house, and because I don't want a house. If anything, I want a townhome. I might get a small dog, but the cats are good. They take care of themselves. Thing is though, they can be assholes at times, but people are worse. That's what I say. People are always worse than the cat. So.
I want a Shiba dog.
Oh, for real? That's what? Really? So, I'm not sure how much they would cost, but I'm gonna assume they are not cheap though.
No, it's the same price as like any other like.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
I always figured it was more expensive for some reason.
It's like between 2,000-3,000.
Oh, whoa. Oh, well, for I'm poor, so that's a lot. That's a lot.
No, like for like a
pure breed type.
pure breed dog. Yeah.
That's a lot for a 3,000. That's low.
Yeah, because
I mean,
like
it's expensive for me, but it's cheap in reality of
No, like
pure breeds.
in like dog terms.
worlds. Yeah.
It's like it's average price because I think Bob paid like what you pay like almost 3,000 for a Yorkie like back
Oh
then.
my god, yes.
This was like maybe 8 years ago, like when Yorkies was
Big.
popping.
My parents got one like 8 years ago.
It's like, oh, they don't shed. Their hair is like human hair.
So
then
it
like
just stays there.
Bob was like, bet.
That's real shit.
She called the colonel, right? Or what they call him, the kennel. The kennel lady, you know. She's like, hey, hold me one of those dogs. That's what I want to do. Like, if I get a Shiba, I get one of those kennel ladies. I get the real legit Shiba. I make sure it's like the coat that I want, like the right color that I want.
Yeah, if you got money, you can. What they try to do with was it genetic? Basically, create,
they better do that right.
Create your own dog.
Like the fur has to be like tip top, you know.
Tip top shape, man.
I showed them like a picture of like a Dogecoin.
I want it like this. I want it like this.
Make it like this.
Can you do it like this?
Yeah. But yeah, I always wanted a Shiba even before Dogecoin came out because those dogs they're really smart dogs. It's like
No, they're hella smart.
Yeah, it's hunting dogs like for Japan, like Japan people.
That's
why they're small, but they're sturdy.
Do they hunt mice or whatever? That's how Yorkies.
They hunt mice. They hunt like birds. Like,
that's how Yorkies were designed for.
Their personality is like they're chill like cats, but they're still dogs.
So a cat.
But they chill around like cats. That's why I wanted that shit.
Perfect. Dogs be having too much energy for me sometimes.
Yeah, like
you come home from work like you like
get a Shiba that's just fucking chill, you know?
Yeah.
But then that shit blew up in crypto, and now
the value of it probably went up. Yeah. It offset everything.
2,000 more.
I believe it.
Expensive and shit. But Bob says shoot super sharp. Shell Shock
kids.
says, man, I got a designer dog from the shelter worth $25 with a saving of $2,900.
Yo, shelters you can find some gold mines in shelters.
Hey, what dog you got? I remember he posted something with a dog.
Was that your dog
on
Shell
Instagram?
Shock?
Yeah.
I be missed stuff. I remember I was so because I told you my story about my shit at work. My day was so crazy yesterday with Instagram. I didn't get on Instagram till like I think 8 o'clock that night. And my shit was all backed up with stuff because work was just insane for me yesterday. It was Rotten Shepherd. What does that look like? I don't even know.
Probably looks like a
Rotten Shepherd.
A Mick Shepherd.
Let's see.
But no, what's your story?
I forgot now.
Wait, do you have any other news before we close out?
I could do one more if y'all want.
Yeah, do one more. And then we'll be good.
Okay, got one more.
A Rottweiler German Shepherd. That sounds like a dangerous dog.
Okay, let's see. A Rottweiler German Shepherd. Oh, hell no. Rottweilers by themselves are German Shepherd. They're both strong ass dogs. So
yeah,
that's scary.
Snoop Dogg chasing you, and then mixed with a German Shepherd, like a cop dog.
You're going to die,
man. It's almost like you're getting chased by a SWAT team.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep this story short and not take this personal. It might be a topic I could talk about another day, but here it is. It says group of Texas students disciplined after they pretended to auction black classmates in social media group chat.
Say that again slowly.
Okay. So group of Texas students disciplined after they pretended to auction black classmates in social media group chat. All right. So here's the story.
Auction. Okay, good.
All right. Yes. There should be an age limit for the internet. It should be 21 and up. Why the kids should have social media?
I agree 100%.
No, like no social media. 21
You should
up.
have a license to even log on.
Yes. No kid should be on this shit ever, because the internet's too much for adults to deal with. Why are kids getting caught up in this mix? But anyways, it says multiple high school students in Texas are facing disciplinary action after they created social media group pretending to auction off their black peers. So white kids in the classroom have a Snapchat group. The page is called, I laughed at this earlier because it was so, it's called N-Word Auction. That's the name of this.
Oh my God.
That's the name of the Snapchat group. It says on the app Snapchat.
Wait, what state is this? What school? What location? So I can get an idea of the demographic.
Oh, it was in Texas. So.
Oh my God, Texas.
So there we go.
Come on, Shell Shock.
Shell Shock. We're looking at you, Shell Shock. What's going on out there?
Hey, do better. I'm just playing.
What's going on out there, bro?
Island boy.
It says, Okay, so N-word auction, that's the name of the Snapchat group,
Oh my god.
was started by a handful of students at the Aledo Independent School District, just outside of Fort Worth, Texas. It says one student bid $100 on one student, according to a screenshot of messages. Another wrote $1 on Chris. Would be better if his hair wasn't so bad. That's what they was talking about with some black kid named Chris. Like, I have to go. Come on, man. I took that personal. but so the district initially described the chat as cyberbullying with racially charged language on April 5th. After they sent like letters out to parents, but ultimately labeled it as racist after generating backlash after Aldeldo residents. So apparently, this town they live in Texas has a history of racial incidences. This moment where you got these white kids who are on Snapchat doing N-word auctions, talking about like, hey, like I kind of like this black person in this class. I'm gonna auction him off for like I like him this much. He's worth $100, and I will sell it to you. Basically, it's like the drafting black people in classes, fake like, but using nobody's involved at all. There's no transactions, but it's a game they're playing on Snapchat.
Like as a joke.
As a joke with each other, yeah.
Man.
But apparently, this town has had issues before with the past with racism because other black parents are coming out saying that their kids were getting beat up and like their black kids were getting beat up. I guess saying so like somebody was saying like in this town where younger kids are starting to beat up. For example, this black mother, she came forward with this whole situation unfolded. She had told the press saying that, hey, like my son, he actually got beat up like not too long ago, and he's just playing cops and robbers with some friends, and he was the only black kid there. And then when they wrestled him to the ground, he heard one of the kids say, "Hey, put your knee in his neck," because he was like, I guess he was the cop, they were the cops, and he was the robber. But I guess it was like beating him up. But she's saying like, there's something.
Wait, how old are these kids?
Okay, so this right here I think was in middle school, but she's telling a story about how a mother who's saying like this town really does have a problem because not too long after the story came out about the Snapchat auction thing, they started seeing flyers around the town saying "Great sale for slaves, Thursday, 4/20/21, 8:40 a.m." But the flyers were starting to show up around town for this fake auction and stuff. But I guess a lot of black folks in this town are coming out saying, "Hey, you guys are trying to downplay like it's an isolated incident, but it's something really wrong with this town because and this is where the black lady was talking about earlier about how her son got beat up. Well, her son was playing cops and robbers with a group of white kids. He was the robber, they were the cops, and when they threw him on the ground, I guess they were saying like, "Hey, put your knee in his neck, put his knee in his neck," and the kid got scared after that, and he said he couldn't breathe after that. So,
wow,
it's a weird town. Shell Shock. I don't know if you know this town.
Like I said, man, these kids shouldn't even be on the internet. They know too much stuff.
It's
that
too much. Just adults,
know.
yeah. Stay in the kid's place. You know what I'm saying?
You should really have like a license to say you're over 18 to even
operate the internet
on the internet.
It's like driving a car. It's like driving a car.
Yeah,
you need to be certified.
Yeah, it's too dangerous.
You should have to take a test.
You can make like so many fake accounts, and then oh my god,
you should have to take a morality test in order to operate the internet.
Kids under 18 should not be on the internet. It's too dangerous.
It's too much.
It's
too much for me.
They're also messing this shit up too, man.
They are. I was like, as long as it sticks with, I think the limit should be video games online. I don't want that to be taken away from kids because I know they can be problematic online. Like your mom's a hoe.
Oh man, I'm so scared for that generation to grow up and then they're supposed to be saving us.
That's when we gotta figure out a way to save ourselves. And because I don't know.
You're on like your deathbed, beep beep, but then you see Island Boy.
No, you're laying in your deathbed and like they're like, "Hey, hold on, bro." Like just I'm like, got tubes up my nose. I'm like, oh man, like this is really you want to try to.
That'll be the day, man. That'll be the day.
I'm like,
be like, hey, let me unplug myself.
I'll do it myself. Move,
beep, 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 beep.
move, Timmy. Jesus,
get out here, Island Boy. Yeah, man, that's.
Yeah, so this town.
I'm scared.
This town is.
I'm scared for us in the future.
This is horrible. This is an auction.
I am scared for us in the future, man.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking good at all. They don't care, man. It's a different wild breed, dude. Like, if you guys want to see a documentary on how Earth is gonna be in the future, watch Idiocracy. Watch the Idiocracy movie.
It's becoming more scary and scary.
It might be like kind of funny, but watch it.
No-
You're gonna be so scared. Then
pick
look
up
at the
on it.
date, like the movie was made. You're gonna be like, holy shit,
This is like 20 years old. What the hell?
holy shit! Like they fucking predicted like this. Our whole future is so scary.
And it started off as it's almost like it was supposed to be a joke, but based on a possibility that this could
It
happen.
was supposed to be a joke the whole time.
We're watering grass. What was it? They're watering crops with Gatorade or some
Yeah.
shit or electrolyte. It was
Electrolytes,
insane.
the stuff that plants crave. Melissa says aliens are gonna blow us up for a shit like this.
I agree. I see it coming.
No, aliens are
just abandon us.
they're already over here. No, they didn't abandon us. They're over here. They're already walking amongst us, and
They're like, damn, this.
no,
planet-
they want to be like a part of everything. That's why you see a lot of crazy stuff happening now, like how they're trying to, make it normal for people to like transition over, to male to female, but they're trying to make the transition normal because there is different species on the earth now. Like, here's what's happening. It's so crazy. I started listening to a whole bunch of different podcasts, how they're almost normalizing, like the transgender community.
I remember we talked
to
about
make it seem normal, to make it to where we can't argue about it, or we're gonna
you
get
just kind of like just
or
cutting
you-
out the middleman in
Yeah.
a weird way.
if you would fight against it. I mean, to me, honestly, I don't care about none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if it happens, it happens. But you can't fight that, But I can see like the movement going towards like something of this being
of
normalized.
accepting it, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I'm cool with that. But it's also like if you look at it towards like alien point of view, right? Let's say an alien from another planet come here. Like, how can you?
Gender complicates a lot of things.
Yeah, how can you put the alien from another world like into like our society as far as like gender, right? It shouldn't matter. So like they're trying to normalize it right now, like with a lot of the
just
people.
kind of setting
like,
us up for like to get
yeah,
like,
setting us
kinda
up,
yeah.
setting like a the base.
Yeah, this is what
all this like
this
you
is the
guys should
future.
you guys should start being normalized as shit. You guys shouldn't be scared about this shit. So like, and then I see that with like if aliens from another planet, they're already here. I know they're already here. But okay, like if they do come here, right?
Yeah.
They would want to feel, like
fit in.
comfortable, fit in. Like, hey, they would be comfortable with living on Earth, or like showing themselves like walking amongst like every other human being, because they don't want to be looked at somebody weird. That's why I see like this movement with the transgender stuff, like trying to make it normalized to where when the whole alien shit happens, it's gonna be chill, like cool, like it's gonna be normal.
Panic. Nobody's gonna panic. Like,
It's not gonna be a panic.
they show up and
Yeah, it's
we'll just
happening.
be,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, mark my words in this episode right here. Like, it's gonna be something that's gonna be like normalized.
I remember we talked about it before.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be.
We talked about.
I'm cool with it. Like because I did have a mushroom trip where I know there's aliens. They want to come up here and walk amongst us, but they're so scared.
Yeah,
That's what I
man,
saw
we
like in
treat
my
each-
vision.
We treated like each other
And
like
then I
shit.
felt bad. I was like, damn. Like I felt bad because like it's almost like I felt bad because I kind of represent like us,
Yeah.
like because we don't know how to treat each other. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if they were to come up here, they would treat them bad. So I was like, I was like,
Man,
this is it's not there yet,
Yo, what's that movie?
I would be so scared for them.
Oh my god! Everybody in the chat, somebody help me. What's that movie where?
Shell Shark says, I need proof that Billy's not an alien.
Oh man,
I want proof too. Like,
you have 84 episodes of proof. Like just go through them. I promise you'll find in every episode.
I tell you that one alien story
No.
while I was on the train, right? Maybe I told this already 10 times already, but I'm gonna tell it one more time.
Let's get it.
So like it was like a Sunday, right? Everything is slow running on transit in Atlanta. Nobody's riding trains, right? So like I was going towards like the center of Atlanta. I was going Georgia State, and then I got off the train, and then I saw this guy, right? One dude, black guy, or his skin was dark,
Darker than me?
has glasses, but his head was like almost like a
light bulb?
like a light bulb.
Okay.
And I was like, this guy looks like an alien. That's what I said in my head, like
this
while I
is
was riding down the escalator, right?
But he's trying to fit in as a human.
No, he just did his own thing. He got off the train, went on the escalator, but I happened to get off the same shit.
Okay.
So I watched him. I saw his head. I was like, this guy's an alien. So in my head,
Monster head.
you know what I said? I said, if you're an alien, like say something, do something.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah. And then he yells out of nowhere. He yells so loud, right? This is like the whole station. You can hear his voice echo throughout the whole station. There's nobody in the station.
Oh.
His voice echoed. I was like, holy shit. And it made me jump, but then it made me think like, he heard me.
You, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this guy is a fucking alien. And I'll never forget that. That's like my one weirdest story at work.
I mean, I remember bits and pieces of that story. Now it's been a while since you said this story, but I remember.
Yeah, his head was big, like the Megalomine guy on the anime.
That's how he's able to read minds, man. Giant brain.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
I was trying to say before we hop off, aliens in hiding. If you ever, I remember the movie now. Anybody who's ever seen the movie District 9, where like aliens?
Oh yeah.
Yo,
It's supposed
that
to be a
movie's
Halo
awesome.
movie, right?
No. District 9 was
With the bugs.
Yeah, was it supposed to be a Halo movie
It's supposed to be
before?
a Halo movie, but they switched.
Oh no shit! No, really?
Yeah, that was the backstory.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
saw it, yeah.
But they wound being stuck in like I think in Africa or South Africa or something, and then oh hell, I feel like if aliens did reveal themselves, it would be like that. Like
Yeah.
they get treated like some second class citizen shit, and
Yeah, they want to walk out here amongst us just like everybody else. Like,
But-
that's like what I saw on my mushroom trip. Like they want to just walk just like us.
but can we? Because can we as
It's
people
like, it's
accept
almost like
this?
they're here before us.
Yeah, I think that would unify everybody on Earth. Like, man, f them aliens, and then
Yeah, that's why like
but that would be bad for the aliens, though.
Like I feel so much for that shit. Like I wish you guys can take like the mushroom trip to where you can see what I
Go on that
saw.
journey.
So you guys, man, I was listening to this Joe Rogan episode just like today. He was interviewing. You know who Blair White is?
Blair White. Is he from the G4 channel?
I don't know.
I'm
but
thinking another Blair
it's,
name. Okay.
It's a white lady. I didn't know who it was, right?
Oh, okay. No, I'm wrong.
And then I listened to it like 30 minutes in. I didn't know who this person was, but it ended up to be like a transgender dude
Okay.
that transitioned over to a female.
Okay.
And I had no idea because I was watching the video format of the Joe Rogan
Oh,
show.
so you seen like it looked like a
So
lady?
I thought it was like
Yeah.
a female the whole time. So I didn't know. But she was talking about like a trip, like she did like a DMT trip. And then she said like, like the trip, it's almost like they already know who you are. They know the person who you are. Like they know all your faults, they know everything about you. So like she said like after like her trip, after she jumped out of her trip, she started looking at people like as like their true soul being. Like if she would look at you, right? And she could look at you, she'd be like, okay, this guy has like no real soul, She can almost see like people like as like they're NPCs or if they're real people.
Yeah.
Because you know how if you make like a connection with real people, you can really feel it as opposed to like somebody
NPCs
just
detached
you
from
meet
reality.
in public
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as a coworker or something, and you'd be like, oh yeah, like I don't really feel them like that. They're just like a person
They're just
that,
there. Like,
yeah, like a person that I know that's
no real impact in your life.
yeah, no real impact. You don't feel nothing. And then when she took the DMT trip, she said she saw, the typical elves and saying like, okay, like if you want to really believe this shit, like, they're like, there is no end. Like your life, it's just like your life is just something so small compared to like the bigger
The
picture.
universe, nuts.
Like this is not the end, right? And then her friends were all telling her like after the trip, like look out for signs. Like they're gonna give you signs, saying like this is not the end. Like this is just the beginning of your new life.
That's a whole nother phase.
So they started eating at restaurants, right? So they went to this one restaurant, and she was like, "Oh, I don't feel the vibe here. I feel like the people's gonna
Something off.
like blow off. Like she like after you get on a psychedelic trip, like you feel like you're in like this bubble of like, like a positive bubble.
Yeah.
Like you don't want nobody to puncture that bubble,
Okay.
right? So she went into like this one restaurant. She's like, "Okay, I'm not feeling this. Let's go to a different restaurant." She went to the different restaurant, right? She read like the sign like on the outside of the restaurant. It says like this is not the end. So she took that as like, okay, the sign that that the people on the other side, they have control over this world and the other world. Like it's almost like proof. Like okay, like you
Crosses over.
it's like you want to see proof. I have another story of proof, like in real life, that I went through like during a mushroom trip. I know he's not in chat, so I can say this shit. So I took like a mushroom trip with a friend, right? And like I was going through like the trip along with him. I was trying to go through my trip, and for some reason they didn't let me into the trip, but I can see it. It's almost like I close my eyes, right? I see like the spirit world, but they said, nope, you can't come in.
You can't get in the VIP section. You
Sorry,
can't get in.
dog.
Sorry, man. You just
Yeah. So
it's VIP. You can't get in.
so I was like, okay, cool, because I did everything perfect for me to trip out, but they didn't let me in. But I accepted it. So
You're
I
not
just
ready.
so I took my blindfold off. I started walking around the house, looking at the paintings and stuff. The paintings that I got from like this one guy that do mushrooms and draw
Yeah.
paintings. The painting is fucking crazy. You see like real gold on the painting. It
Damn.
was so wild. But like the trip like with this guy, like my friend, there was a weird thing that happened. Like, cause I was playing the playlist for the classical music, like during the mushroom trip, and for some reason the whole track stopped, like the whole playlist stopped, right? So I'm in control of everything, and I'm looking at this dude. He's sitting on the couch, blindfold, not even moving. He's like a stone. He doesn't move, even though the music stopped. He didn't move. He didn't budge, not even 1 inch. But I know he's not asleep.
But he's where he's at.
Yeah, he is not asleep.
He's at some other location.
Yeah, and I see him smiling too. I'm like, okay, this guy's not asleep. So then, like, I'm over here trying to scramble on my phone to play the music back because I don't want to ruin his trip.
Yeah.
So I exit out Spotify. I open it up, play the music. It didn't play. It got locked up. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Closed it out, did it again. It didn't work. So I shut down my whole phone. So the whole time, this shit was silent. Okay? But he didn't say nothing, not one peep. He didn't say, hey, the music stopped.
So like, where you turn off the phone, you gotta wait.
Yeah,
turn
this
back
was like
on.
over 5 minutes.
Yeah,
He didn't
it
say
takes some
nothing.
time. Yeah.
I was like, this dude is not asleep. But I was so surprised he didn't say shit. But I was trying to be a DJ, trying to get the music
Trying to
back.
keep him in the mood.
I was like, holy shit. But then over 5 minutes later, I got the sound to play again. I was like, okay. Now
It was good.
Yeah. So then it played, and then another 20 minutes later, like he was done with his trip.
So did they ever notice like there was a break in music or
This is when I asked him about it.
okay?
I said, hey, did you notice like the music stopped playing? Like I was gonna ask. I say, hey, did you have anything to do with it? You know what he said? It blows my mind. He was like, dude. He was like, when that happened, my ancestors on the other side, they told me, like I'm talking to you, like him.
Yeah.
He said they told me that, okay, you want proof that we're real? We're gonna stop this whole shit. We're gonna stop everything.
And he stopped the music,
And they stopped the fucking music.
and then you gotta be trying.
Meanwhile,
You
I'm
try to fix it.
scrambling, but they're trying to show him some shit. But I'm over here looking stupid. But they're like,
Look at him. Look at him trying to like.
Yeah.
He's trying to set this music back up for you.
but he told me the reason why it happened. He said, yeah, they were trying to prove to me like how real they are, like how they can stop music, like
in the real world,
in your reality.
in the
It's
real
like,
world.
you don't think we're real? I'm gonna pause your stupid ass Spotify shit.
you think we just
Yeah.
exist in this realm? We can reach
And this-
past this.
It's a real story, and it blows my mind till this day.
What if like 1987 tag on a truck is like kind of like
I probably died.
the other side of reaching out? Like, hey, look.
This is probably a sign, like, hey,
Got
you
you.
need to watch out, like you're about to get burned. But yeah, that was like a really crazy
That's
story
insane.
that I hold dear to my heart because that's one of the
I believe.
like I would love to get like more of my friends to see the side of like the psychedelic trip,
It's rough, man. The only way it's going to be accepted is if celebrities start doing it and promoting
which they
it.
are like
And promote it, and then
Will
people will be
Smith.
like, "Hey, I'll do it." It's just that normal folks, we can't. But we look crazy if we try to promote it and try to push it.
I would never promote it. It's almost like something like you have to
It ain't for everybody.
come
it
to that and then look for your own answers.
ain't for everybody though. That's the truth.
That's all I got.
Me too. That's all I got too.
We're good. We went over.
Yeah, we did some overtime today.
Good shit.
Yeah, for real. Oh yeah.
We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys. Be safe.
It's not illegal to not listen.